So finally, play will start here. The news from Tony Greig there was that Sri Lanka had won the toss. They decided to bat, and everyone here is waiting for cricket to start. Not to mention the gentleman next to me on my right. He was there cheering Sri Lanka a long time ago when Sri Lanka played their first test match a good 18 years ago. He was there, Uncle Percy. He looks fitter than he did 18 years ago. Well, we're ready to roll here at the SSC. Our commentators are standing by to start off the proceedings today. Ranjit, Fernando and Tony Greig.
Thank you, Ravi. Right, well, a smile on the face of the Pakistan captain. His team on their way out to the centre now to start this HNB Test match. In fact, it's the HNB Test Series 2000. And the man in your picture now, 2 wickets to go to get to the magic 400 mark. And, of course, when he gets there, he'll be one of 4 players. What an exclusive club that is. So there he is out in the centre, Wasim Akram. Just looking at the teams now, for those of you who've just joined our telecast, the Sri Lankan lineup. You heard Sanat Jayasuriya saying that he thought the pitch would turn a bit. He's right at the top of the list there, opening with Marvin Adapadu. Mahela, they'll be looking for some runs from him. He's been a bit short on runs. Aravinda's in good form. Arjuna playing in the 100th Test match, having played in the first one. Russell Arnold, Kaluwitharana, he wants to do his stuff in this Test match too, because there are a few other keepers knocking on the door. Chaminda Vas and Dilhara Fernando in debut, and what a big day that is for him. Murali Dhiran and Zoysa making up the Sri Lankan 11. And just looking at the Pakistan lineup there, Mohammad Wasim going in first with Syed Anwar. All his experience will be certainly put to the fore here, no doubt. Yunus Khan at number 3, Izzy at number 4. Johanna is in really good form. The captain coming in next. Razak, very good all-rounder. Akram, the same. Mushtaq, the leggy, in there as well. Waqar Yunus and Arshad Khan, the other spinner. So they've decided to go with 2 spinners as well.
Arjuna Ranatunga played Sri Lanka's first test match in 1982. He's back here to play test match number 100 after 18 and a half years in big-time cricket. Fantastic achievement from a tremendous cricketer.
So Marvin Adapadu, just 27 years of age, starting to put some experience under his belt there. 33 test matches, an average of just over 30, 3 centuries. First ball of the test. And just a little bit of bounce there. Just a nice loosener there from Wasim Akram.
Straight away some swing for Wasim Akram. Both teams were looking in terms of batting on this trip, which promises to have a lot of runs. But there's always going to be movement earlier on this SSC pitch. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of moisture too. And that's really an in-swinger coming into Marvin Adapadu. He's taken on the responsibility of also now being Sri Lanka's vice captain. So important moment for him too.
And now Sanat Jayasuriya about to take strike. An average of just over 45 centuries in the 48 test matches he's played so far. And Waqar Yunus is going to bowl to him. Well played. That's lovely timing through the offside field. Sanat Jayasuriya has caressed this one away. It's going to get to the boundary as well. That's a lovely shot. Beautiful cover drive. Didn't try and hit it too hard, but boy, it hit right in the middle of the bat.
It was right in the slot for Sanat Jayasuriya. Just eased into it, just coming down gently on it and caressing it through. The timing was perfect. Jayasuriya likes to get on the drive, and he's been doing it effectively in recent times, hitting it along the ground, been in complete control of the shot.
Oh, in the air and into the gap. Well, that's the first half chance. Well, it wasn't a half chance, but it didn't go to hand, but it's gone for 4. There's no doubt that it was in the air through Gully, and Gully, well, went to his right hand. That was a good delivery.
It certainly was a good delivery. It is in that area that Sanat Jayasuriya is slightly vulnerable. One really sees that he hasn't got his foot right in front, and as a result was not over the delivery itself, not much in control. The ball upishly past Gully, just going into the gap.
Oh, he's hit him on the head. What a good delivery that was. That was from nowhere now. That's the danger ball I was talking about. He's come up and bowled just within himself, and great fast bowlers have this ability every now and again to bowl one a lot faster. And this one, I think, hit him on the head. It was a very fast delivery, short and absolutely bang on target.
This is really why Wasim Akram is such a great bowler. He's able to produce that delivery even on the slowest of pitches, hurrying the batsman through. And you could see how quickly Atapattu had to duck the cover.
Was a misfield. Well, they'll end up probably getting themselves 3. Will it go to the boundary? Well, probably not. It's not very clever fielding there. That's one of the problems Pakistan have from time to time if things aren't going too well.
In more recent times, the Pakistanis have prided in their fielding. With the youngsters included in their side, their fielding levels have improved greatly. But Arshad Khan has, in fact, had a few problems.
Yes, he made a pretty decent effort, but just couldn't get his hands to it. Jayasuriya drives through the offside field. Didn't quite get it in the middle of the bat, but got enough bat on it to take it way down towards the boundary there. And we'll see 3 more as Mushtaq picks it up on the boundary fence. All right, well, that's a good shot, and a misfield off that over. It's 25 for none. Go over the top. Well, not a very good shot. It's a very risky one, but we've seen Jayasuriya play those ones off over the years, and it's gone to the boundary for 4. 29 for none. Yes, that's Sanat Jayasuriya going for that big cover drive with a very open bat outside the off stump. Lucky to get away with that. I think the strategy out there, Ranjit, is to keep him quiet and then every now and again hope he'll have a go.
Atapattu, the man on strike. And a nice friendly half volley. Punch down the ground. It's a good start for Sri Lanka after tea.
Well, Abdul Razak bowling to the strength of the solid right-hander. He's a lovely driver of the ball, especially straight through mid-off and mid-on. This one was easily done. Playing with a straight bat, just helped himself through mid-off.
That's runs on the offside. In spite of the heavy rain, this outfield is pretty quick. Second boundary of the over here for Marwan Atapattu.
Nicely in position once again, Marwan Atapattu, reading the length of the delivery quite quickly and early, making sure that he gets behind the line of that ball and then angling the bat away through that vacant gully position.
He's very well balanced when he played that shot. Edge, there's no third slip. Streaky shot there to get him a boundary.
Mohammad Wasim missing that one, a difficult chance. We'll have to wait and see whether that went to his hand or hit the ground before it went to Mohammad Wasim in the second slip. Forcing it off the back foot, Marwan Atapattu, and had a narrow escape there. Abdul Razak just a little disappointed because it was a very good delivery. Getting the batsman to play at a delivery just wide outside the off stump.
Start of a new over now. Waka continuing. Just a little bit of a breeze at his back, and he's got him. He's hit it straight to gully. Well, he's been persisting around about that area, on and around off stump, and we did mention a little while ago that we thought gully was the place that he was trying to pick up a wicket. Well, he's done it. Waqar Yunus has struck for Pakistan, and that takes him 1 wicket closer to the 300 mark. 298, and just watch this one again. A little bit of an off-cutter there, and it bounced a little bit on him. And Yunus Khan takes the catch, and so the end of the danger man. The Sri Lankan captain out caught in the gully off the bowling of Waqar. Well, Russell Arnold is the new batsman. The board, and certainly the slip of paper we received from the Sri Lankans had Jayawardene coming in at number 3, but Russell Arnold is in that position. 26 years of age, 25 innings so far. and an average of, well, 37, not far off the 40 mark, just 2 centuries. And wouldn't he like to score a century here today? So Russell Arnold replacing Sanat Jayasuriya, caught in the gully.
Sanat Jayasuriya has been fishing outside the off stump. Very loose there. Bit of extra bounce that really did him. Going through with it, getting the outside edge, and Yunus Khan taking it comfortably.
Oh, well bowled. That's hit him on the gloves. Right, well, this is really good bowling. It's hot out there, and now that he's got a bit of a breeze at his back, Waqar, having taken the wicket of Jayasuriya, by the way, did it hit him on the glove or did it hit him on the arm? Let's see if we can pick here. Oh, yes, that hit him on, almost on the elbow. That's beaten the edge of the bat. Good bowling.
Bit of extra pace from Waqar Yunus, rushing on Russell Arnold. Really squaring him up. And it's on the forearm of the left hand. Don't have any protection up there on that forearm.
Oh, he's bowled in. That's beautiful bowling. He really is bowling beautifully. 299 wickets to Waqar Yunus, and he's very definitely been the bowler of the day today. Bowled into the wind in a steady fashion, and since he's been swung around with the wind at his back, he's got Jayasuriya, and now he's knocked the stumps of Russell Arnold out of the ground.
He really softened him up with the delivery that really hit him on the forearm. Russell Arnold never looked comfortable. And then came in and got the inside edge, really tentative, playing outside the line. And that drags him back down into the wicket. So Waqar Yunus on fire here.
Yes, that's very well bowled. So Russell Arnold out bowled by Waqar for 4. He only faced 8 balls, and it's now 56 for 2. Aravinda De Silva is the new batsman. I think most would agree the best batsman in the Sri Lankan lineup. 34 years of age, an average of over 40, over 5,500 runs, a wonderful career, and in good nick at the moment. He's out there because Russell Arnold was comprehensively bowled. The ball coming off the inside edge, just a little bit of movement there, and back goes the leg stump out of the ground. And that was the end of Russell Arnold, out bowled by Waqar Yunus. And Waqar, well, he's now taken 299 wickets. What a career he's had. Just watch that leg stump. Bang, away she goes.
Again, attempted short delivery, but well played in the end by Adapadu.
Yes, he managed to get a bat on it, not a full bat, but again, a sign of off the back foot. He's not very comfortable, and when he's been pushed back, he hasn't really scored. And I think this is, we watch this delivery short, and this is a sign of his frustration. In the past, he was just pushing it away, and I think he's realized he's got to score now.
That's nicely timed. Couple of runs on the onside for De Silva. He was nicely on top of that one. In the air and pass point. So the first boundary for De Silva. He wasn't in total control of the shot.
Well, certainly an opportunity here for Pakistan in the air, and it's well bowled by Waqar and just over the edge of the fingertips. And it's a big wicket they've missed out on. The ball swings in slightly. De Silva's hands comes off the bat.
And this time, it's a cracking cover drive. So consecutive boundaries for De Silva, and that'll end the over. 72 for 2. So De Silva, and good touch here. What's this last ball of the previous over?
Well, that's the way to play them.
The boundaries coming thick and fast here for the Sri Lankans. That's a poor delivery, and Atapattu has dealt with it in style.
Just down the leg side, just a little bit. Abdul Razak just seems to have bowled 1 or 2 overs too many, I think, Ravi. And they're just starting to lose it. The pace is all the same now. Maybe a change. Bring on Mushi. Just try something.
That should be 4. In fact, just cut off inside the boundary line there, but again, Razak will be disappointed with the line he's bowling. He's got a packed offside field, and he's bowling to the legs of De Silva. He went for a boundary in the previous over when Atapattu was on strike. Oh, tremendous shot. That's not short enough for many players in the world, but for De Silva, it is short enough, and it reaches the boundary.
85 for 2. They've brought Mushtaq Ahmed on from the end that Wasim Akram chose as the opening bowler. These are the 4s. And then there's the pull. In the meat of the bat, 4 to square, nice and confident. Aravinda.
There's the drive and into the gap, and that'll run away down to the boundary for 4. Lovely cover drive all the way along the ground for 4 in the direction of exactly where we suggested there might be a fieldsman. 91 for 2.
Classic cover drive from Marvin Atapattu is so good when he's driving the ball.
Well, that's beaten the outside edge, and a half-hearted appeal there. Mushtaq bowling that one a little bit quicker. It beat Aravinda all ends up. He was pushing at it, was a little bit wide and turned a little bit more than he expected.
Beautiful delivery. Aravinda De Silva had to play that one. Quicker through the air and just the right kind of spin.
Trying to cut that one away on the offside. He's got it away for 1 and back for the second. Good running.
Moin Khan not impressed because wanted Saidanwar to really come in and attack the ball. That deep point boundary gave an extra run there. It was nicely played by Marvin Atapattu to make sure that he played it all along the ground.
Oh, good shot. Lovely cover drive, and the sweeper is off the boundary there, and that's gone for 4. Well, if you're going to have him back, he may as well be right back saving 4. So a lovely cover drive. Marvin Atapattu has yet to make a test 50 at this venue, that is, of course. And of course, it's his club ground. For this innings, he scored 176 runs at 14.67 apiece in 12 test match innings, the highest of 48. So on this ground, he's had a pretty ordinary time of it. Oh, he's had a go at that one. This is in the air, but it's going to fall safely. Well, he went across the line of that one, and he's really got a bit of a top edge there. That's good bowling from Mushtaq. He's kept him quiet. Aravinda trying to really get out of this little passage of play, taking it from outside off stump, but it was a top edge, wasn't it? But lucky to get away with that one. Nicely played into the gap on the onside. Wasim Akram is going to have to chase that one. I don't think he'll make it. That's lovely driving. That's the 50 partnership, and that was as good a shot as we've seen all day.
Beautiful timing and great placement. This is where he's so good, Aravinda De Silva.
So there we are. Third wicket, 51. Atapattu undefeated on 46. That's the breakdown of the contribution so far to this partnership.
That's up in the air, and a chance for Akram. That's a very good catch. De Silva losing concentration, and Pakistan have picked up a very important wicket. He looks at his bat there. He obviously got it on the bottom of the bat, but Arshad Khan has deceived the master batsman.
So the Pakistanis were looking to lure the Sri Lankans into making a false shot, some sort of indiscretion. Arshad Khan giving the ball here. And a little bit of turn, but De Silva getting it at the bottom of the bat. You could see Wasim Akram taking off late, but the ball was up there for long enough for him to get under it and complete a catch. So a big wicket for Pakistan at a crucial stage, and Sri Lanka lose Aravinda De Silva, 430. So Sri Lanka lose their third wicket for 109.
So Mahela Jayawardena is the new man out there for the Sri Lankans. Young man, very talented. He's already got more than 1,000 runs in Test match cricket. He's got a double 100 on this ground. And the reason why he's here is because this is what happened a little while earlier.
So the Pakistanis have forced indiscretion on Aravinda De Silva. He's picked the bait there, looking to hit the off spinner over mid-wicket, and really not getting it quite clean, getting the bottom of the bat, and a very good catch by Wasim Akram, picking it up in the end, taking off late.
Well, Aravinda De Silva will be very disappointed with that shot. He had done all the hard work. And just got a feeling in the last 15 minutes or so he was beginning to lose a bit of concentration. Good delivery that. That came back late into the right-hander. I thought Jayawardena did well to adjust.
Once again, Jayawardena a little bit circumspect. The ball hitting Jayawardena slightly high and probably doing a little bit more.
Pitched in line, straightened, but there was that extra bit of bounce.
Oh, what a fine delivery that one was.
Now that's beautifully bowled. They're going up for the catch here. Moin Khan isn't happy, but once again, Atapattu deceived in the flight. He wasn't sure whether to play forward or back.
Prodigious turn here for Arshad Khan. Lovely flight. You see the bounce, and probably that's what did for Marwan Atapattu. A little bit of pad, and Moin Khan grabbing that. But umpire BC Kurian move.
Now he's taken the risk there, and it's come off for Marwan Atapattu. He'll reach his 50. Good use of his feet on that occasion.
50 for Marwan Atapattu. Well played one. Not a great convincing shot. Just managing to get over the infield using his feet. And that certainly must be some sort of relief for him.
Yes, he was just beginning to get a little overcautious. So Sri Lanka batting first here, 115 for 3. Marwan Atapattu, he's going strong, 50 not out. He will play the sheet anchor's role. Jayasuriya, he looked good till he got out for 26. Russell Arnold didn't last long. He was cleaned up by Waqar Younis for 4. And De Silva, he was playing well till he played a rash shot and was out for 30. Mahela Jayawardena is giving Atapattu company at close. He's 2 not out. So the partnerships for Sri Lanka, they started off well. The opening pair adding over 50. And then we saw another good partnership between Atapattu and Aravinda De Silva. They added 53, but Sri Lanka need bigger partnerships than this. Well, the Pakistan bowling was honest most of the time. Wasim Akram, very accurate, 9 overs for 15, but it was Waqar Younis who did the damage early on. 2 for 36. Abdul Razak did a pretty good job too, but I was impressed with the way the two spinners bowled. Mushtaq Ahmed and Arshad Khan. Arshad Khan buried his flight nicely towards the end and picked up the important wicket of De Silva.
Righto, here we go. Wasim Akram bowling the first ball of day 2, and what a gentle little half volley that was. Nicely played straight down the ground, the ball running away across this outfield, a little bit quicker today, and just making the boundary. So what a lovely start that is. Beautifully driven down the ground for 4, so that'll give Mahela a bit of confidence.
It's something that he would have loved to get, and he got it from Wasim Akram, a loosener, just right up there on the half volley. Mahela Jayawardena, a straight bat pushing right through. That will give him a bit of confidence to start the day with. Almost like gifted to him.
One's down to fine leg. I think it'll go for 4. Yes, off the inside edge and down to the boundary very quickly there. So 4 more to the total. That time Jayawardena getting it away. Well, he's been the scorer today.
Really waiting on that one. and getting the very fine inside edge right down to the line. So he's really waiting on that, playing behind the wicket, nicely rolling it down towards the fine leg region.
Now that was a chance, I think. That was extremely well bowled. And as a forward short leg fielder, you needed to anticipate this. You watch how he's altered his line here.
Well, there was absolutely no doubt there was a chance, and it was one of the easier chances you'd get as a short leg.
Beautiful piece of bowling. He had enough time to watch it. Just in stick. Now that's a desperate shot, but he's got away with it. He'll find the boundary. I think Arshad Khan shouldn't mind that shot being played. 154 for 3.
This is a lovely drive. Beautifully driven down the ground. Mahela Jayawardene this time finding the gap and placing the ball away from Inzamam ul Haq at mid-on.
That was brilliantly timed by Mahela Jayawardene. This is really the Mahela Jayawardene we know of. So very strong in that area, particularly through mid-on and hitting through the line using his feet. That's brilliantly played.
Use of the feet and driving beautifully. And partly stopped there by Imran Nazir, the substitute, but it'll run away to the boundary. Very good footwork there. Sri Lanka really need to do that now. Just get a little bit aggressive because they've got this partnership going. Flight delivery, making it into a full toss. Imran Nazir really diving over the ball. Catch. Bat and pad taken. Mohammad Wasim making it count this time. Arshad Khan spinning the ball and Marwan Atapattu failing to keep that one along the ground. So that's a very good breakthrough. Bit of sharp spin and lovely flighted delivery from Arshad Khan. Back, then the pad and the ball lobbing easily into the hands of Mohammad Wasim. No trouble this time whatsoever. So Pakistan pick up an important wicket of Atapattu. It's gone for 73 and Sri Lanka 176 for 4. Arjuna Ranatunga making a historic appearance here, playing his 88th test match. The only player ever to play the first and the 100th test match for Sri Lanka.
Oh, and that may be, was it off the glove? There's a huge appeal there. Ranatunga staying there. Ranatunga says it's hit his arm. And, well, the umpire, I think, might have made a good decision there. The Pakistanis aren't too happy about it. But I can't see why Ranatunga would point to his arm if it hit him on the glove. So you'd want to be right these days, wouldn't you, with all these action replays? Let's see if we can pick up what happened. Here we go. The off-spinner, good delivery. It bounces. He plays a little low. It certainly bounced. It missed the outside edge, and did it miss the thumb?
Lucky,
Let's watch it go through,
boy.
and it's did it hit him on the arm on the way through? Well, I think there, well, certainly that first replay looked as if there was a little bit of glove there. Now then.
And Mahela Jayawardene goes right over the top, and just one bounce over the boundary. So that was really pitched up.
Come on, Chief.
And brings him a boundary.
He's a lovely timer of the ball, isn't he? When he decides to go over the top, he's a beautiful striker of the ball, and this was an example of that. Just watch how he commits to the shot here and goes right through with the shot, keeps his head down, watches the ball right onto the face of the bat, and, well, that is beautifully played. Oh, that's beautifully played. That's a lovely leg glide, right off the middle of the bat, nudged away down to fine leg for 4. Well, that's one of those classical Arjuna Ranatunga deflections.
Clever shot by Arjuna Ranatunga. Has this deftness. He's able to really just take the pace of the ball and just work it so fine, incredible. It's been a hallmark shot of his in the one-days as well. Brings him a boundary.
So he's moved on to 6. Jayawardene 42. Razak continuing. That's a better line. Arjuna wants one. There's a stall. If he hits the stumps, he's gone. Oh, he's got him. I think that might be out. I think he might be run out. I think the bails have fallen. Now, the umpire will wait, and then he will call for the replay. The Pakistanis are a bit panicky out there. Now, there we are. He's calling for the replay, and I think you'll find that Arjuna is going to be out here. The bail took a long time to fall. There was a stutter, and that caused the problem. Right, let's see.
So there is the nudge, and trying to go through. This is what the stutter there that really did him in. As the ball really hitting the wicket, and he's going to be out there. See the ball being dislodged.
For me, that's out, but umpires have got to be absolutely certain about this. I suspect the red light will go on. There it is. So the end of Arjuna Ranatunga, unfortunately, run out. And, well, that's very unfortunate for Sri Lanka. And he's on his way back to the dressing room. Sri Lanka are 187 for 5. Right, well, the new batsman is Romesh Kaluwitharana. He's arrived at the crease now as a result of that run out. And it really will be interesting. Just have a look at these figures of he's averaging 29, due for a few runs, actually. He's under a little bit of pressure at the moment, Kaluwitharana. Oh, and now then he's taken it. Yes, that's out. That's a good delivery. Well, Kaluwitharana's only a small fellow. He pushed forward there. I think that went off the glove. It went down. It was a very good catch, actually. They're not easy at forward short leg. That one went quite sharply. He came forward, and I reckon he caught it one-handed. Just let's see if we can pick it up. Did it hit the glove or the bat?
That was the one off the inside edge of the bat onto the pad, and coming a very good reflex one. Watched it all the way, and Kalu's gone. So Sri Lanka in trouble. The last specialist batsman, Mohammad Wasim, taking that catch. So Romesh Kaluwitharana out for 4. Sri Lanka in trouble at 193 for 6.
Right, so Sri Lanka now really are getting themselves into a bit of a hole. Chaminda Vaas is the new batsman. His best is 57 against New Zealand. Also a very aggressive player.
Now, this is the last man to be dismissed. Once again, Arshad Khan bowling an excellent line here. Pretty straightforward chance. But the good thing about that catch was Mohammad Wasim was always sitting down. He didn't get up early, and that's why he made that catch look easy.
Very good anticipation as well.
That's a lovely shot. That's punched down the ground for a boundary. 199 for 6. So 54, Jayawardene. He gets a good hand from the crowd here. It's been a good innings. A stylish young player.
An important innings for his career and also for Sri Lanka. Jayawardene badly needed this 50. He's got it by executing some lovely shots. 6 boundaries, 93 deliveries in 148 minutes.
It's up in the air. Again, bat pad. Plenty of shouts of catch it.
Mushtaq Ahmed has looked very confident, and you can make it out when he's flighting the ball in that manner and getting the ball to turn and also pitch in the right line. Beautiful bowling.
That's up in the air. They all go up for the catch. Is it a top edge? And Buckner isn't interested, but that certainly looked like the wrong one from Mushtaq Ahmed.
Mushtaq and company looked very animated. They thought that Chaminda Vaas had nicked it. Well-flighted delivery, going for that sweep shot. Just hitting the arm and the shoulder, maybe. No bat or glove involved there, and a very good decision by the umpire.
He's bowled him here. This one seemed to go the other way. And Mushtaq Ahmed has struck here. He's outsmarted Chaminda Vaas, and Sri Lanka have lost another wicket.
Well, we had been mentioning that he hasn't really bowled a wrong one, and this one was googly. Completely deceiving Chaminda Vaas, who played it over it. And the ball rattling the leg stump. Very good bowling by the little leggy. Gone for 3 in Sri Lanka. 206 for 7.
So Nuwan Zoysa is the new man out there for Sri Lanka. Pakistan having a great opportunity to really wrap up the Sri Lankan tail quickly. They're in a good position in this test match. Zoysa, no great pretensions with the bat. 26 is highest against Pakistan. So a left-hander replacing a left-hander.
This was a lovely delivery. The wrong one. Ball on the leg stump. Chaminda Bas missing it completely. Playing all over it.
Oh, yes, as he got him, I think that's out-stumped. Yes, he's decided to go for a shot on the onside. That's very well bowled by Ashraf Khan. He deserves that wicket. And we've seen him on 1 or 2 occasions, actually. Zoysa just losing his balance a little bit when he tries to play the ball away on the onside. And that'll be noted by this team. There we are. You can see the captain there saying you've got to get him playing on the onside a little bit. And he tends to walk all over the place. Here we are. Have a look.
Yeah, he tries to... When he gets onto the onside, he falls over there. And, well, it's well bowled. Last over, he came around the wicket for the last ball, went back over. So all credit to the bowler. He flighted it beautifully. In actual fact, one could say he was beaten in the flight, wasn't he? Zoysa 17, stumped 37 balls in his 11 scoring shots. I think he did his job. 245 for 8.
So Muralidharan coming out there, and what will he be saying to himself? Just my luck. We've scored 245 runs. We've been batting for over a day now, and I've got to come into bat when the new ball's due.
Yeah, he would be saying that, but also, he'd know, looking at his career of 13, he's saying, well, I just don't want to give my opposition off spin any wickets. And you see how he overbalances, doesn't get forward, leans forward. It's as easy as picking apples.
Yes, he does. He overstrides there, and of course he's got no chance now. Good sides will note that.
Up they go. That's been taken. Wasim Akram has picked up his 399th wicket, and a good one. Mahela Jayawardene, who's concentrated so hard, just poked at that one, and Moin Khan has come up with a very good catch. Just for a moment, one thought it might not carry to him.
But Kesha and Wasim Akram angling the ball away from the right-hander quite and getting the outside edge, and Moin Khan taking a very good catch in front of first slip, going across, dying on him, and Wasim Akram moves just 1 away from 400. Jayawardene, who batted really well for his 77, caught Moin Khan, ball Wasim. Sri Lanka 257 for 9.
So Dilhara Fernando comes out to the middle. Number 11 batsman playing his first test match. Now this is the last man to go. Good piece of bowling by Wasim Akram. You could see him rolling his fingers on the ball. It went like a fast leg break. And Moin Khan making no mistake.
So Muralidharan on strike, batting just a little bit outside leg stump. His eyes are quite wide at the moment. Wasim Akram turns at the top of his mark. Oh, he smashed that to the offside field. It's racing away down towards the boundary. 4 runs. Well, that's better. That's much more like it. That's entertainment.
There's nothing very much one could do with a shot like that. Muralidharan, once again, as predicted, gave himself the room. But this time, not really going over the bowler's head. There were 2 fielders, or there was a fielder at long on protecting it. Just slashed it and beat point.
Bang on target. He's got that one away as well. He was way outside leg stump. That's gone for 4 as well. Well, I've got to say that he must have been at least 2 feet outside leg stump. The ball was just outside off stump, and he still managed to get it away.
Yes, Muralidharan, as Wasim Akram was bowling. Let's look at Muralidharan. He's almost a foot or 2 outside leg stump. He's got a method, and it does work.
In the air, this could be it. It's high in the air, and I think it's going to be caught. Yes, Wasim Akram takes it. That's 300 test wickets for Waqar Younis. What a wonderful bowler he is. A very significant moment in the history of test cricket, the history of Pakistan cricket, and more particularly, a very significant moment in the test career of Waqar Younis. 14th player in the history of Test cricket to have taken 300 Test wickets. What a bowler.
Enchanting stuff here. Two bowlers striving for that elusive wicket, one for the 400, other for the 300, and Waqar Younis gets to it with the assistance of Wasim Akram, who completes a fairly comfortable catch, but he's keeping his eyes on it, and that partnership which had been frustrating the Pakistanis coming to an end, and with Waqar Younis a very happy man. So the Sri Lankan innings comes to an end. 273 runs. Mutha Muralidharan, he's gone, caught by Wasim off the bowling of Waqar. And Sri Lanka close for 273.
So Sri Lanka making 273 in their first innings. Atapadu 73, but the real innings was played by Jayawardena. 77, he held the innings together, and some useful contributions there towards the end. Zoysa making 17, Muralidharan making 18, and that was useful because at one stage it looked as if Sri Lanka would be bowled out pretty cheaply. Pakistan bowling very good. Pick of the bowlers, Arshad Khan 4 for 62, and 300 wickets for Waqar Younis, 3 for 50. Talented player, but he's not done enough justice to his talent. Class player, 47 matches, very good average. 900s in just 47 matches, so every 5 matches he gets 100. First runs on the board, Anwar starting with a boundary.
This one was nicely played, just a little late.
That's out. Yes, he's got him. That's very well bowled. That's his first wicket. That's a good ball too. That one bounced a little bit outside off stump, and Mahela Jayawardena took the catch as crisp as you can possibly imagine. Well, that makes a bit of a difference. Mohammad Wasim crisply caught at second slip off a delivery that was just a little quicker, bounced a little bit, and a big moment in the life of Fernando.
He's got the ability to really zip one through. We were talking about it, and on the occasion he got the line right, and then a big catch by Russell Arnold. He really watched it and pouched it very nicely.
Yes, I've got Jayawardena on the brain, I think. Russell Arnold won't be giving me a pat on the back. It was beautifully taken by him. So Arnold making the catch off the bowling of Fernando. Wasim out for 8. Pakistan now 1 down for 16. Right, so it looks like Younis Khan striding out to the centre. Age of 22, very young, very promising player. 107 against Sri Lanka, his top score, and he made that century on debut. Well, that's a wonderful shot. Well, straight down the ground for 4. Murali doesn't like those sorts of shots. He likes to keep things nice and quiet. Gone for it again, and that's out. He's hit it straight to mid-on. Straight to mid-on. Well, it's one thing getting away with it once. You've got to be very careful. Muralidharan spins it a little more than most, and so a big wicket to Muralidharan in Sri Lanka. They'll be perfectly happy if they can just pick them up on a regular basis.
Well, that's called experience. And Fernando just gobbled it, nice and flighted, and he's hit him once, and I said the ball before, he didn't get into a good position. And what an easy catch to Fernando, his test catch, first one, you'll remember that.
Right, so Younis Khan out for 23, Pakistan 67 for 2. Yusuf Yohana in tremendous form. He's a wonderful cricketer, has played some very good knocks just lately. His best in his career, 120 against Zimbabwe. That was at Lahore. What a catch! What an unbelievable catch! That is an unbelievable catch. Well, it's hot enough at forward short leg at the best of times. I tell you what, he's had his beans this morning, that's for sure. That was a wonderful catch. Going to his right and beautifully picked up. Jayawardena is having a good match. He's played well with the bat, and now he's made a magnificent contribution. Yusuf Yohana's a good player. He went to his right, the ball went off the bat, and it went fast.
Well, this is as good a catch you'll see at short leg, there's no doubt. What a catch. That's the kind of catch that can change a match, Tony. And They were certainly missing in the Pakistani fielding. And Muralitharan has snared his second wicket.
Yusuf Johanna is out. Pakistan 75 for 3. So Pakistan's captain, Moin Khan, is out there on 2.
No ball down the track and hitting it quite sweetly. Over long on, Moin Khan in good touch here. 2 boundaries so far in this over. A little bit of aggression.
Doesn't want to be tied down. Yes, a quick stretch. Moin Khan wanted to let loose, and on that occasion picking the no ball up and then going right over the top.
Leg before, going down the leg side, but perilously close because that really didn't spin.
Moin Khan just offering the pad, hoping it to spin back. That ball really carrying on, but may have really gone past the leg stump. Moin Khan slowly angling his leg away. Muralitharan desperately asking the umpire.
Down the track and hitting it cleanly once again. It's very good batting. Taking the attack to the off spinner. So good over for the Pakistanis. 13 off the over, 102 for 3. In fact, not at short leg, at short cover. Denver might just be a little early into that drive. This was beautifully struck in the gap and beautifully placed. That's a lovely drive. This was an extremely difficult shot to execute, playing against the spin and getting a boundary through mid-on. Now that rarely happens when Muralitharan is bowling, and that boundary will get him his 50 as well. Well played, Saeed Anwar. Top knock. Down the track and playing it quite nicely. Saeed Anwar will be struggling to come back for the second and making it easily in the end. Arvinder De Silva just a little late in attacking the ball and releasing it back to Muralitharan. Chance, Kalu with her now really looking for that run out because it went all along the ground.
On that occasion, Moin Khan not being able to get the bat, the ball spinning sharply into him, hitting the pad and rolling along. Kalu trying to gather quickly and reverse it back, but Moin quickly back.
It's a lovely delivery, foxing him completely, the straighter one, which Muralitharan has developed and has put to very good use.
Moin Khan was really looking to let that ball come and hit his pad, but the ball's just missing the wicket by inches.
Kicking it away and surviving that very good over from Muralitharan. 114 for 3, Pakistan.
Two more runs added to the score. He's looked to play the shot all the time. It's a risky shot against the off-spinner. Anything pitched outside, if it's even a little short, Moin Khan looks to give himself room. That's nicely cut away. Two fielders in pursuit, but the ball will win. So Moin Khan not afraid to play shots even in the last over of the day.
Moin Khan seizing the opportunity. As soon as it was short with a little bit of width, he was very quick to put it away. Got terrific eye and seized the ball early.
Come on, fellas. Take him with us, take him with us.
Oh! 130 for 3. So that's the end of the day's play. Pakistan had done well here to come back into this game with this partnership of 55 between Moin Khan and Saeed Anwar. Saeed Anwar making a comeback to Test match cricket after the break for knee injury. He'll be happy with his performance, 56. And this match nicely balanced at this stage. Sri Lanka making 273. In reply, Pakistan 130 for 3. Saeed Anwar there.
The pitch on the third day of the Test match looks just a little different in nature and structure. The ball was doing a little bit extra for the bowlers, especially the spinners, and also Chaminda Vaas was able to trouble the Pakistani batsmen because of a variation in pace. The ball was stopping just a little bit on the batsmen, making things difficult for them. Now, if we have a close look at the surface here, you'll find that there is a bit of wear and tear on the off stump of the right-hander as well as on the off stump of the left-hander because of the rough mark, because the bowlers coming onto the patch. Now this area seems to be the trouble spot for the batsmen. We saw yesterday Chaminda Vaas bowl to Moin Khan and puff of dust coming out on the off stump, which should be a danger area for the batsmen. Also, Muralidharan was able to spin the ball quite prodigiously, which again is alarming. Pakistanis will really need to bat well and play out of their skin if they want to challenge the Sri Lankan total here.
Ravi's Roger out in the centre, and that is the...
That really has been Saeed Anwar's method. He's been looking for the cut as Muralidharan dropped anything short and been lunging forward to the one pitched up.
That's excellent taken. Arjuna Ranatunga has moved extremely quickly to his left and taken the catch. Saeed Anwar is waiting. Now the only question to be asked here is, did Ranatunga take the catch cleanly? Up goes the finger, and this is a big wicket. I think it's a very good catch by Arjuna Ranatunga. He anticipated it extremely well, and straight away some bounce and turn for the off-spinner.
Yes, Muralidharan has struck very, very early. Saeed Anwar has been living dangerously with that shot he's been playing. He's really not been getting over it and getting his wrist rolled over the ball. And there you are, that has a little bit of turn. He looks to try and push it through the slip cordon area. Ranatunga not taking it on the first attempt, but finally clinging on to it and rolling over.
Yes, that's a very good catch because it's deflected off the thigh of the wicketkeeper. So he had to keep his eyes on the ball, and the overnight batsman, Saeed Anwar, goes without adding to his overnight score. He's out for 56. Pakistan 130 for 4. So the big man, Inzamam ul Haq, comes out to the centre. Tremendous record. Easily one of the best players in contemporary cricket. 65 matches and a very good average. His highest score is against Sri Lanka. And that was in the Asian Test Championship. Now this is the last man to be dismissed. Anwar surprised by the bounce, but a good catch by Ranatunga because that ball's gone off the thigh of the wicketkeeper. And Muralidharan striking early.
Right out forward.
Yes, the deflection off the thigh of the wicketkeeper obviously was the reason that Ranatunga didn't really anticipate it properly enough, but his experience getting on the second bounce off the hand, he completes a very good catch, and that's a big wicket in fact for Sri Lanka.
In the air and dropped. That was never an easy catch. Dilhara Fernando was in the firing line there and was powerfully struck by Inzamam.
Inzamam making his intentions clear. He's certainly looking to go after Muralidharan, but that was powerfully struck. Just see Dilhara Fernando, the ball bouncing off those palms. He in fact did well to try and get to it, but certainly a catch that Sri Lanka would have loved to have had.
Well, they say catches win matches. These are the half chances you've got to take. Tremendous hit. That clears the boundary line quite comfortably. Once again, Moin Khan very positive with his footwork.
One cannot always predict Moin Khan. He's a busy thinking cricketer. As soon as Muralidharan gave the ball here, he was down the pitch and full swing right down the ground, perfectly struck.
That was a big shot, that 6, because he's got a man at long on. So he's got to be sure that he gets as close to the pitch of the ball as possible when he's looking to hit straight. Not out. And it was a turning track. And what happens is, as a batsman, you normally think that it's the spinners who's going to do all the damage. And he went out there and got a couple of wickets with his cutters early on. And that helped Pakistan beat India in a test series in India.
We smashed that one through the offside. Every now and again, down the wicket he goes, and he's hit that one to the boundary for 4. Well, he's decided that he's not going to allow Murali to dictate to him. That is a good shot. Very well played. Right off the middle of the bat again. This Moin Khan really is quite a player.
He's been targeting that offside open area on that occasion, inside out and right onto the pitch of it, getting himself enough room to get the full flow of the bat and right through the gap all the way to the boundary. Oh, that was a bit of a dangerous shot. He's got to be careful.
Oh, nasty delivery. And Inzamam ul Haq waiting for the decision. And now goes walking. So Inzamam ul Haq goes after getting a very nasty delivery that he couldn't do anything about it.
Well, that's the kind of delivery that they're looking for. What a bowling change at the right time. And you see it just takes off a length and kicks there. Well, that's not something you want to see as a batter. Straight off the glove and a nice, comfortable catch. And that's the end of Inzamam, and certainly the wicket that Sri Lanka were looking for. He's one of the players that can win a game easily on his own. And that doesn't augur well for the next innings, I'm afraid. Our Sri Lankan batsman, Ramesh, 159 for 5.
Abdul Razak walks out in the centre, 20 years of age. This is his 7th test match. 87 versus West Indies being his best. He'll be having, supposed to be having some testing time here. Zoysa really got one to lift quite awkwardly to Inzamam ul Haq, who couldn't do a thing about it. Been talking about the wear and tear, about the variable bounce this pitch might have. Here was a very good example.
Yes, we see how it takes off just on a length. And Inzi, being a tall man, just not being able to get his hands out the way. Not easy to deal with. And as a batter coming in now.
Driving nicely, Moin Khan. Good use of the feet. And Razak coming back for the second, struggling. And BC Kure asking for the third umpire here. That looks pretty close. Abdul Razak just a little late in getting back. Very good throw by Zoysa.
Well, very unnecessary run there. If it's a run out, there's no doubt that's the kind of thing changes matches. Moin Khan is off easily. Razak starts a bit late. He's not sure if it's gone straight to the extra cover. And a great throw comes in. It doesn't hit the wicket. Well, oh, snip and tuck. It's a tight call. Let's have a look and see what the third umpire will say.
Well, he's struggling there. And when the bails are off, he's short of the crease. So that means curtains for Abdul Razak. A brilliant throw by Dilhara Fernando from the deep. And pretty ordinary running by Abdul Razak, who didn't ground his bat. Very good take by Muralidharan, also an awkward throw on the bounce. Made sure that he got rid of the ball quickly. And the red light comes on. So another blow for the Pakistanis. Abdul Razak being dismissed to a run out. Sri Lankans rejoicing. They know that they've got Pakistan by the throat here.
Well, just the kind of wicket you don't want to lose now, Ramiz. And that's the duck. Dreaded note. 160 for 6.
96 test matches, a lot of experience. Had an average of 21.6, quite reasonable considering that he has been a wonderful bowler. Best of 257 versus Zimbabwe. But here he's walked in with a lot on his plate. This was the run out. Very good work done by Muralidharan and made sure that he got rid of the ball. Didn't try to grab the ball, just a faint touch. The ball hit the stumps and Abdul Razak was shot. A few inches, but he was shot for sure. There you see him very casual running and moving away from the pitch. That made him just a little late in getting back. Faint tickle. Looking for the second and running quickly. Will he make it? Yes, he does. That's very good running. Two leg byes signal. This is where Moin Khan is so good. Not only looking for the boundaries or stay at the pitch, but also running well to pick up those extra crucial runs. Just a little late to go across Kalu Vidurna.
Yes, he should have really got there to cover that. But you see Moin Khan, when he runs back, he runs down the wicket and straight. It's called experience.
The intentions are very clear so far. He wants to survive Muralidharan. Stay there with Moin Khan to get a partnership going. Sanat Jayasuriya anticipated it quite brilliantly.
Great reflexes from Sanat Jayasuriya. Great reflexes. As it hits the bat, he's only got about 2 meters to see it, and he's onto it in a flash.
That's up in the air, and fine leg coming underneath it. A tremendous catch in the end. Dilahara Fernando has taken a beauty. That is a very important wicket for Sri Lanka. Moin Khan, the captain, dismissed here. And this wasn't an easy catch because the ball went up miles in the air. Well done, young man.
Debutant Dilahara Fernando would have had a lot of butterflies in his stomach waiting for that one. Almost a sweep, getting the top edge and really going up in the sky. Dilahara really waiting on that one and really making a good effort to get it in the last minute, diving and pouching that one. He'll be much relieved.
Moin Khan goes for 47. Pakistan in trouble here. 165 for 7. So Waqar Younis comes out to the centre. Picked up his 300 wicket in this test match. But he has a job to do here with the bat. Runs very important for Pakistan. They've just lost their captain. And this is how he was dismissed.
Getting the top edge. Trying to almost sweep it. And Dilahara Fernando down at the fine leg boundary, moving, making a good adjustment, going away from him. And really looks a bit... Really couldn't say if he really did pouch it.
Yes, I think he's done a good job here. Very easy for the ball to get out of his hands at this stage. He's caught it in one hand. There's no doubt about that. That's a very, very good catch by the young man. He kept his eyes on the ball till the end. That's up in the air and taken. I think he's got some glove on it. But the umpire isn't interested. So Younis survives 167 for 7.
See that intense look in his face.
That's carted away. It's a boundary here for Waqar Younis. He's found the gap on the onside. There were 2 men in the deep backward square leg, deep mid wicket.
that extra weight, and he went right through with the spin. And he got his placement perfect. Sanat Jayasuriya down in the mid-wicket region waiting for the lofted shot, but the placement perfect there.
Yes, the deep mid-wicket now has come a lot squarer. It's up in the air, Zoysa coming underneath it, and he takes it comfortably. So Waqar Younis looking to get a move on here, perishing in the deep now. The Sri Lankans have held on to their catches, and Muralidharan has picked up yet another wicket.
Waqar Younis going for that one again on that occasion, hitting it in the air. Nuwan Soysa, a very safe fielder, gets right, nicely timed his run right into that one, and that's the end of Waqar Younis. So Sri Lankans really making inroads to the lower order batting of the Pakistanis.
Yes, he simplified things out there, Mushtaq Ahmed. Wish deliveries to pad up, wish to play, which is the right thing to do.
There might have been a bit of bat in that one. Yes, he's given him out. Mushtaq is not too happy about that. Now, very difficult. It's very, very woody noise there. And umpire B.C. Correa, who's been very conservative, he's been inclined to give the batsman the benefit of the doubt, which is the way umpire should operate. But there was a lot of wood in that one. Now, it's amazing, isn't it? You just mentioned the fact that someone's looking comfortable and playing well, and then all of a sudden he gets out. Let's see if we can pick it up. Here we go. Up she goes. And, well, it looked as if the ball might have gone behind the bat. Did it hit the back of the bat?
Also a case of maybe the bat hitting the toe, but umpire was convinced that there was a noise, and the noise was of the bat hitting the ball. Maybe the ball hitting the pad and then the bat, but there was certainly a noise. Mushtaq Ahmed, as a result, has gone back to the pavilion after scoring 2 in Pakistan, 176 for 9.
Ashad Khan, the new batsman, 9 down now, 176 on the board. And that's his test career so far, just 5 matches, 19 runs so far, not much to write home about in terms of an average. Righto, well, that dismissal, interesting one. Obviously, definitely a double noise, no doubt about that. See if we can pick up. I think that this one actually hits the pad, then onto the bat. You watch this. It goes onto the pad, now then onto the bat, onto the pad, then back. And it's at that point that I think there was a little bit of a nick as it went up in the air, just behind the bat. So definitely 2 noises, and you can see the reaction very positive.
The decision was made because of the noises, that's for sure, because there's no deflection on the replay. But there was a definite noise, and that worked against Mushtaq Ahmed. He'll still be ringing the fact that they gave away too many runs. The last 3 wickets, the Sri Lankans survived.
Well, that's beautifully played. Short of a length outside off stump. Wasim Akram has decided that he's got to take it upon himself now to try and reduce this deficit, and he's one of the players that can do that, and he can do it quickly. He's deadly dangerous.
A little shot from Fernando, and Wasim Akram making full use of it, reaching out for that one and middling it quite beautifully, staying into the shot and finding the gap.
Tremendous hit. He's a fierce striker of the ball, no problems in clearing the boundary there.
Well, that's the kind of shot we expected from him. He hits the ball very sweetly. And he's already got 8 for 3 over, 9 with the no ball. He's contributed 8, which is gold at the moment. Clean hit there. It's in the right area. And that's forcing Muralidharan to have a rethink and come around the wicket.
And that's cut away nicely. So 10 runs of the last 2 balls. And it also brings up the 200 for Pakistan.
Now, Ravi, when you put 10 runs, you know, when you say that in this over alone, there's been 13 runs scored, including the no ball, and Inzi batted for 12 runs for 52 balls. It just puts it into perspective of how difficult runs to come by, and suddenly if you get a 13 off an over, that's really a bonus.
Useful hand here from Wasim Akram. 26 not out. Wrapped on the pads. And I just got the feeling it might have come back in a bit too much. The height may have been the question as well.
Yes, I think this is pretty close, though. Very close. Let's have a look. Ooh, I don't think there's too much in it there.
And that's good cricket. Should get a boundary for that. Just an initial reaction there to come down the track and then quickly rock back and punch it away.
Yes, and Muralitharan really, he was expecting him to come down, there's no doubt about it, and Wasim stayed back, that's experience. But just a little sign of Morelli tiring a little bit, not concentrating as he should have in the beginning, allowing a bad delivery, just to not preempt anything. Valuable runs, those.
He'll keep the strike. This is good cricket by Wasim Akram. He's cut the deficit now to 60. 213 for 9.
And that partnership all important for Pakistan. Once
That's
again,
four. That's four. Through the slips. In fact, I'm not too sure that it carried. It went very fast. It was off the edge of the bat. It went very low, I think. Bounced away. Not a chance, but it went right between Kaluwitharana. And that looks like Aravinda down there.
4 very useful runs at ball angling in, getting the outside edge, keeping low, bouncing in front of keeper Kaluwitharana and Aravinda De Silva. So 4 more useful runs. The edge, a bit of an opportunity for Kaluwitharana to go across. But 4 runs in the name of Arshad Khan and 4 to Pakistan.
He hasn't handed it over yet. So probably getting a little bit frustrated now. Let's get this over with. It's probably, yes, there we go. It's being held up, so the new ball is being taken. That presents a slightly different challenge now to these two. Short delivery, and he's pulled it away. It's in the air. Will he catch it? Arjuna's going after it, just short of him. Well, short ball there, and in the air for quite a long time. Arjuna went after it, but couldn't quite get to it. So they take the single.
So the new ball really rushing on to Wasim Akram, coming through quicker, getting the bottom edge of the bat, skying up. Ranatunga trying to get to that one. Falling short of Arjuna Ranatunga. Arshad Khan will have to face 2 balls from Dilhara Fernando.
This is up in the air. He could be out caught here. And once again, the ball eluding the fielder. It's the second time he's gone after a short delivery. The second time it's gone up in the air and away from the fielder. So the frustration continues for the Sri Lankans.
Very difficult to control these kinds of deliveries. Ball rising and really a nothing stroke from Wasim Akram. Really looking to play it towards the onside, but the ball was pitched on that off stump. And also taking that extra bit of height.
That's a tremendous shot. He's brought up his 15 style here, Wasim Akram. A boundary to end the over. And this is a very, very good half century. In fact, a no-ball signal, so 5 runs added to the score. 1 more delivery will have to be bowled. Well, this is a tremendous innings under pressure.
It's a lovely innings coming at the right time, and there you see the Pakistani players applauding this great knock. Conditions not easy at all for batting, especially when Inzamam and Yusuf Yohana had gone early. Wasim Akram carried on. Very methodical. Some very good hitting as well. Sanat Jayasuriya can really fall back on Aravinda De Silva to provide him with a bit of variety.
I think you're right, Ramesh. He's got a good arm ball, and he's a thinking cricketer. A lovely hit. Calculated risk taken by Wasim Akram. 1 bounce over the boundary line. And this is what he's been doing right through this innings. Blocking the good ones and then suddenly taking a chance.
putting the pressure back on the Sri Lankans. This has been a wonderful knock. Coming down the track and helping himself to a boundary. Neat and clean hit. A very good strike.
This is a record last wicket partnership. Cricket between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Moin Khan and Amr Nazir had added 65. Now these two have added more than that. This partnership now worth 68. Pass second slip, he just got a hand to it. Jayawardene was the fielder.
A wonderful try. Jayawardene has been brilliant in the field. Earlier took a wonderful catch to dismiss Yusuf Yohana. This would have been brilliant. Acrobatic and narrowly missing that one. Would have been a brilliant catch. Angling the bat, not covering the length with the back leg Wasim Akram, and Mahela Jayawardene diving full length. Really couldn't grab that one.
Oh, down the wicket he goes. He's hit that one a long way. That's a huge six, way down the ground. Boy, what a big hit that was. That was a big six. Chaminda Voss, you could just see him jerk his head and watch that one go miles. Well, the boys in the press box were in danger. That really did go a long way.
He really bludgeoned that. He came down the wicket. Chaminda Voss didn't know really what to do, and that really was a huge, huge six. Miles outside the ground.
Yes, did he hit it into the press box? I think that might have been where it ended up. It was a huge hit. Way down the ground. A lovely shot. Boy. Everyone just watched that one disappear. So 6 more to the total. 68 not out. Beats the outside edge that time. That one was a little bit quicker. Chaminda Voss didn't enjoy that 6 too much, I don't think.
And just eluding the man at cover. So it almost happened there.
Yes, Ravi, you called it. This is the kind of time now when you've got to be awake to the opportunities. And you know that he's not going to take the one in the inner ring in the first or second ball. So it's really criminal for him to go over the inner ring's head. He could really have been another 10 meters back if he need be, and let him take the one. But you can't let it go over your head.
And now that shot might just make him concentrate again. For the last couple of deliveries, that's a calculated shot again. 4 runs, he's picked the gap on the onside.
Well, Wasim Akram, as we said early on, dangerous strike of the ball, very clean, lots of experience.
Was bowled in, clean bowled. Well, at last, you might say, if you are a Sri Lankan supporter. Have a look at that. That's brought a smile to their faces. Things were going very quiet around the SSC here in Colombo, and yes, looking at their clocks now, saying, right, well, how much time is there before the close of play? Enough time to get a little bit of a lead going, and then 2 more days, well, I suppose we can still win. That's what will be going through a few minds, but at last, what a partnership, though. One really has to take one's hat off, first of all, to Wasim Akram, a wonderful cricketer we know, eventually bowled out for 78. That's how it happened. Beautiful delivery. A little bit of pace there, and he's not a bad bowler, is he? Every now and again, when he gets it together, he bowls a good delivery. But don't lose sight either of the contribution made by Ashar Khan. Not out 9, 95 balls he faced, and he was out there for a long time. About 3 hours in all. A wonderful fight back by Pakistan.
Well, no doubt that they'll remember that innings for a long, long time in that change room. Wasim Akram, what a contribution. And it suddenly becomes a long session now for bowling.
266 they scored. Didn't quite make the Sri Lankan 273, but they got pretty close. And thanks largely to Wasim Akram's performance down there 78 off 204 balls. And, well, he was the senior partner in that wonderful partnership. And Ashad Khan there made 9. He was undefeated on 9. And 120.5 over innings it was. So those are the Pakistan details. The partnerships, well, again, you look right down at the bottom for the best partnership, 90. Bear in mind the world record is 151, I think it is. I didn't quite get there, but what a partnership this turned out to be. And from the bowling point of view, Pat, well, they did pretty well early on, but it faded away in the end.
Yeah, they did. I think Muralitharan got a little bit tired, 47 overs. He went for too many, I think. 5 wickets. Even Ranatunga chipping in there, but again, not too much variation, I believe. Ravinda De Silva catching a bowl. And young Fernando, well, he worked hard for his 2 wickets.
Adapadu on strike. He's the right-hander. Waqar Yunus is going to be bowling into the wind for a start. And he's on his way now. This is the first ball of the Sri Lankan second innings. So they'll try and keep this going. They really will. They've had a nice little run.
That's beautifully played. Saeed Anwar had no chance cutting that one. That's a beautiful stroke. No need to move for that one. Beautifully struck by Sanat Jayasuriya. Knew exactly where to place it. Went like a tracer bullet to the boundary. Close, and yes, given. A nod from the umpire. Steve Buckner had no hesitation in judging that one leg before. No shot offered, and Sanat Jayasuriya will be disappointed.
This is the overcautiousness that Sanat Jayasuriya has been showing. He has been playing in the fashion he knows best, and there you are, leaving a ball which was in fact coming into him, and umpire Buckner has had no hesitation, hitting him on the roll, and certainly was going in line with the stumps. So Sanat Jayasuriya goes, LBW to Waqar Yunus, a very fine delivery, and umpire Buckner has no doubts about that. The first Sri Lankan wicket falls.
The first LBW of the game, Sanat Jayasuriya was a long way forward, but hit him adjacent to the stumps. Gone for 8, and Sri Lanka lose their first wicket for 14. Russell Arnold now walks in, 26 years of age, 16 matches. Average of 36, quite reasonable with 200s. Atapadu cutting well, beautiful stroke. Wasim Akram providing him with a bit of width, and beautifully dispatched away.
That's got away, dropped. Straight to Mushtaq at point. And Wasim Akram has to wait for his 400th wicket.
It's very disappointing for Wasim Akram. Really had him get the short one. Marwan Atapatu not getting on top of that. That's a very straightforward one, and Mushil really couldn't pouch that one. So very disappointed.
Great speakers, but what's that instrument in his mouth, Salih?
It's the blowhorn.
Edged and taken this time. 400 wickets for Wasim Akram. It's been a long wait, but the champion fast bowler has finally got his reward. Top innings today, and now he becomes only the 4th bowler in Test match history to take 400 wickets, and the only man to pick up 400 sticks in both forms of the game.
Historical moment here. Wasim Akram really softening up Russell Arnold, the great fast bowler, going up to the 400 mark with a fantastic delivery. He really sent it right up there and leaving Russell Arnold the 400th wicket, well pouched. A very good catch indeed, and the ecstasy on his face as he has got the 400th wicket.
Fantastic performance by a champion cricketer. For many, easily the cricketer of the decade. Russell Arnold departs, and Sri Lanka have lost their second wicket, 25 for 2. Aravinda De Silva has come out to the centre. Big responsibility on his shoulders now. Sri Lanka in a little bit of trouble here, 25 for 2. And look at that gang, just 4 men who've taken over 400. Courtney Wall still going strong, 454. Kapil Dev, 434. Richard Hadley, 431. And now Wasim Akram, 96 test matches, 400. That's racing away. Too fine for the man at fine leg.
Waka Yunus straying. Marwan Athabata making full use of that one.
So if I'm not mistaken, the only 2 spinners in the top 15 leading wicket takers in world cricket.
Well, that's well played, beautifully timed, smashed away down towards square leg. Aravinda De Silva, I think, realises that he's got to make a serious contribution here. That is a very good shot. Well bowled and well played as well. That was the attempt at getting it to swing in, a bit of reverse swing and straight down the ground for 4. A lovely straight drive. And that is the end of the over. 43 for 2. We've got to go at that one and got it away on the onside, down to the boundary for 4. I don't know what that says now. When they take a reading, it may well be that they're going to ask the batsman. I think Aravinda's saying, yes, I think we'll go in. Yes, he has. He's accepted the light, and that looks as if it might be it for the day. Still 10 overs to go. Aravinda's all of a sudden got a big smile on his face.
And that's the status at the moment after 19 overs, 53 for 2. Silver's not out 10. And Marwan Athabata, vice captain, has been good for him. He's on 33.
Yes, he's played very well, hasn't he, in Pakistan? Well, a wicket apiece for Waqar and Wasim. 1 for 21 there for Waqar and 1 for 18 for Wasim Akram. That 1 wicket, taking him to the magic 400. Anita Fieldsman, that's well played though. No one in at short mid-wicket. The ball running away down to the boundary. 4 runs, beautifully timed, but uppishly played initially. Absolutely certain I am that someone on the drive around about that silly mid-on place, short mid-wicket area. They've got to have one there. Just watch this. It'll go in the air off the bat.
That's right. The wicket is really not coming on. For the first 20 meters or so, the ball was in the air. They got his placement right. Nobody in that region beating the mid-on. He loves playing in that area on the onside. He really likes getting onto that one and timed it right down to the boundary.
And so the field now changing. You can see that they've decided to do that. He's a little bit too deep, actually. So there we are. The fieldsman now moving into position. Well, that little video writer of ours has obviously had a bit to drink last night, I think. And that's a bit strange because it was Poya yesterday, so I wonder what's going on. We'll have to try that again. That's the end of the over. It's 57 for 2.
Razak continues. Just a 4 bowlers used by Pakistan.
Aravinda De Silva, nice straight bat, just pushing the ball down the ground to mid-off. He'll take his time, just try and get used to the speed of the pitch. He'll be hoping that there'll be a few loose balls for him to deal with. They've actually got a man down behind square, trying to tempt him to hook in the air. It's that area that he'll have to be a little careful of. The man down here, and there's also one in this area down here. So 2 men back in that area. Outside off stump, trying to drive that, but there was no bounce there at all. It right on the bottom of the bat. That's the sort of delivery that Aravinda likes to caress through the offside field. He tried to do just that, but no bounce. So it hit way down on the bottom of the bat, so there was no force off the blade.
Having the width, as Tony was saying, no pace to really time it down to the getting amount of power behind that shot.
It's a bit of a change in the breeze this morning. It wasn't in its normal quarter, although it seems to have turned around. It's back out of the southwest again, and you can see those flags. Quite a nice breeze, and that is a bit of a godsend actually, because it does help cool things down. Abdul Razak has certainly got a bit of a breeze at his back now. It's a slower delivery there, and nicely watched by Aravinda.
A bit of variation by Abdul Razak. Fuller delivery, holding it back. Aravinda De Silva right on top of that one. It's almost like an off spinner rolling his fingers around that one. Aravinda fully focused, not trying to hit it too hard.
It's the end of the over. It's 57 for 2. They've decided that they're going to start shouting. This business of padding it away, I think, just judging by that concerted appeal there, they all went up together.
The wrong one to appeal for. Way outside the off stump. Would have been a planned one. Very nicely played down towards the fine region. Worked well, looking for the second and getting the second. Slightly shortish. Aravinda De Silva waited on that one. Played it really fine. Well controlled. The roll of the wrist at the last moment on impact. Keeping the ball down and playing it fine. Khan straight away blocking that region away, bringing a leg slip on. Once again the straighter delivery, well watched by Aravinda De Silva. Straight through.
It's nicely played by Aravinda, waiting for that one, just knocking into the gap. The fieldsman just a little deep there, allowing the single. That relieves the pressure a little bit. 61 for 2. .61 for 2. And, oh, there's Marvin Atapatu's father on the right-hand side, and that's Arjuna Ranatunga's mother. in the lovely blue sari, looking lovely and cool there, watching proceedings. So a lot of support from the families of the Sri Lankan cricketers in particular. You see them, you see a lot of them actually, very sociable neck of the woods. I've been lucky enough on a few occasions to have attended a party or two at the Arjuna's home, or the Ranatunga home, should I say. That's the senior Ranatungas, Mr. and Mrs. Ranatunga Senior, and a wonderful family, rich in cricket history. Three of their sons played test match cricket. 4 of their sons have played one-day international cricket. Quite incredible, isn't it, really? And there's the mother of 3 test match cricketers, 4 one-day international cricketers. Six overs being bowled. Aravinda on 13. Atapatu 38. This is very tight bowling at the moment. That's obviously the plan. Let's keep them really tight. Let's try and frustrate them. Let's see if we can create a situation where they will make mistakes out of frustration.
You're really drying the runs up from Abdul Razak's end. Got a line that he bows on the off stump, and the field is placed to stop any singles. No runs to be really got, and very disciplined bowling by Abdul Razak.
Oh, good shot into the gap. That'll help a bit, and I should think that'll go for 4 as well. A lovely cover drive from Aravinda de Silva. The ball just a little bit full, a little wide, and he's caressed it through the offside field.
Setting his sights on that one, was ready for that, and on that occasion, having the pace, having the width, and going right through with it, full face of the bat, and getting the placement perfect. Well balanced. He knew exactly where he wanted that ball to go.
Look at that rock-solid forward defence after that lovely cover drive. The score, 65 for 2.
Just Arshad Khan and Abdul Razak doing the bowling for Pakistan. Oh, turn back, pitch out to the off stump, but the spin a bit too much. Umpire Buckner would have been wondering, was it turning too much, going down the leg side?
Yes, they've decided obviously that they're going to go up now. Is he playing a shot? I suppose that's the question. No doubt about the fact that he wasn't very difficult to give out, mind you. It would have been very close. There's no doubt about that. Yes, I think he's decided to change his strategy now. This business of just padding up, getting the bat tucked in behind the leg. The umpire is going to be very tempted to say, well, no shot offered. That's not the way to do it. And, of course, you can give him out. So they want to be a bit cautious about that. There we are. Let's just change things a little bit, those few shots. All of a sudden, Marvin Adapadu now looking to play a few shots, which I think is probably far better anyhow.
The positive attitude to get the bat there. He waited on that one. Nicely rolling his wrist over it. Down towards the fine leg. That's the way to get about it, playing positive cricket.
So 41, the partnership. It's a significant partnership in the context of this game, no doubt about that. Bear in mind, Jaiwadana is due to come in next. Ranatunga, Kaluwitharana. Those are the batsmen left in the lineup.
Lovely bowling. That's the way.
I have to say that Aravinda is the one that looks comfortable. He doesn't launch himself at the ball. He lets the ball come to him. Just watch this. Watch how he just leans back, lets it come, and then plays it on its merits as late as he possibly can. Quicker one. That's the one that's caused a few problems. Half-hearted appeal.
Edged and dropped. Just for a moment, one thought that would have carried to first slip. Moin Khan came in the way, and he's put it down. So an opportunity here for Pakistan has gone a-begging.
Well, no doubt that was going straight to Inzi at first slip, and the keeper's gone across. Once he commits, he's got to go all the way, and he's gone, and no doubt it would have carried to first slip, and a vital chance for Pakistan gone a-begging. And look at the disappointment on Abdul Razak's face. You see it pitch and track away just like the previous delivery. He spars at it again, and Inzi had it lined up, and Moin Khan, once he went, that's the golden rule. Once you go all the way.
Good bowling by Razak. He had set it up nicely. De Silva getting more behind it now.
It's not to be.
Wrapped on the pads. That's going to be close. Very close. Dot out, says BC Kurai, but I'd like to have another look at it. From here, it looked, if he didn't get any bat on it, that might have just missed off stump and leg stump, but would have hit middle.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Tracks back a long way. Puff of dust again. And he hasn't got an inside edge. And it's hit him outside the line. And I'm wondering if that's not a bad decision, Ravi. No question of the height at all. It's just whether it was going to hit the wicket.
Yes, and I think it would have hit the wicket, but what saved De Silva was where the ball made contact with the pad. Well, this is superb bowling. He's bowled the leg cutter in this over, beat the batsman, taken the edge, and then got one to really come back in. Testing times for the master batsman, 67 for 2. Taken. He's cut it uppishly and hit it straight to side Anwar. Good catch in the end. He had to dive forward. But the breakthrough has come here for Pakistan. Attapadu, the man dismissed.
Well, a bit of width offered, and it turns and bounces, and he actually didn't try to keep it down whatsoever. Probably got such a surprise with such a loose delivery and tried to put it away instead of placing it, and a good catch taken by Sahid Anwar. And Pakistan now get their first wicket of the morning, and 67 for 3.
So Mahela Jayawardena comes out to the centre. He was the vice captain of the side a little while earlier, but Attapadu is now the vice captain. And he was the last man to be dismissed, but Jayawardena already a pretty good average in Test match cricket, averaging over 40. And big double 100 on this ground against the Indians. The last man to be dismissed was Attapadu. Again, a little bit of extra bounce for Arshad Khan, but Attapadu will be disappointed that he didn't get this one away. Sahid Anwar taking a good catch, moving forward. But just the wicket that Pakistan wanted. And Pat, you were mentioning the strike not being rotated, and the wicket's gone here.
Yep, that's the start of it. When you don't rotate the strike and you get stuck on one end, and that's precisely what has happened here. And if you change it around, sometimes it wouldn't play that shot. So, a test for the young Jawahari. Can he repeat his first innings form and stop the bleeding? That's important now.
Nice drift there for the off-spinner.
Again, some nice drift. Beautiful breeze coming across the ground for the spinner.
Lovely bowling, Arshad. Shabash, shabash, shabash.
67 for 3. So Sri Lanka now Ramiz Raja and Ranjit Fernando.
Thank you, Ravi. Field for leg before. That's been happening all through morning, but the appeals have not really borne them any fruit.
Arvind De Silva, he's got this habit of shoving his front pad forward, and just could see the bat behind the pad.
An effort there, Mohammad Wasim holding on to that one. Steve Buckner not siding with the players.
As you said, Ramiz, there's going to be a lot of this throughout this day on this pitch, which has turned for Arshad Khan in particular, and probably Muralidharan as it goes on. And shoving of the pad with the bat inside is going to be seen more and more.
That's nicely played. Vakar Yunus just a little deep at that mid-wicket position, allowing Arvind De Silva to pick up a run. I think the Sri Lankans need to be just a little bit more positive out there. This pitch not conducive for batting. Anything can happen. An awkward bounce, an awkward delivery can get the batsmen in problems. So that stay at the wicket should be worthwhile.
It is something the Sri Lankans have to think about seriously, as with the fielders clustered around there, one needs to try and shove one or two of them behind by some positive shots.
Arshad Khan is getting a bit of bounce and spin from this pitch. The bounce was expected because he is a tall, fast bowler. In fact, tall spinner. Nice loop. And there you see the ball turn.
There's nothing more the spinners would like to have than to see a batsman, particularly the right-hander, to the off-spinner, just plodding there, not using their feet and looking for runs, or at least pushing the single. So the Sri Lankans would be looking to try and push the singles around, just shove the bat into some of the ball into some of the gaps.
This time it's taken by Mohammad Wasim and given. So Arshad Khan striking. Mahela Jayawardene was living dangerously and paying for a poor technique there.
This is certainly what was worrying everyone, the Sri Lankans in particular. There you are, that's just shoving the pad there, a little bit of bat and a soft dismissal. Very easy catch there at forward short leg. So that's the fourth Sri Lankan wicket that has fallen. Mahela Jayawardene, he goes.
Arjuna Ranatunga, the new man in, has the ability to play the spinners well, and it will be an important innings if he can get on with it out there. Conditions not very easy. Ball biting, spinning and bouncing. 36 years of age, loads of experience.
And that's the reason why he's there. Mahela Jayawardene, a very soft dismissal, just playing in front of the pad, and a bit of a nothing shot. Bat, pad, and then an easy catch to Mohammad Wasim.
Well flighted from Arshad Khan. You see, looking to play it on the onside, not to the pitch. Nice, easy catch by Mohammad Wasim.
Arjuna Ranatunga now joining Arvind De Silva. They will firm together. It would be up to them to use all their experience. This pitch, certainly not the easiest of pitches to make runs, but one needs to be more positive than what the Sri Lankans have shown so far.
Yes, positive and also lucky, because we saw yesterday Wasim Akram really played a very good knock, but he was lucky in his innings. Sri Lanka has not been able to hold on to a couple of difficult chances. The ball is reversing here for Abdur Razak. The wicket doesn't have any pace. In-swinger, once again, appealing quite vociferously. BC Kure only signaling a leg by.
So this reverse swing causing a few problems. But again, there was the movement, and that was the reason that the ball was certainly going down the leg side. So say
that looked very close. Shuffling across Arvinda De Silva. Maybe getting the benefit of the doubt because that front foot was outside the off stump. But the impact looked pretty adjacent. Once again, Arvinda De Silva surviving. You can see the leg stump. You can't see the off stump. So there was a possibility that the ball might have just hit the stumps.
umpire BC Kure giving De Silva the benefit of the doubt. Consistency from umpires is what really is required.
Nicely played by Arjuna Ranatunga, getting onto the front foot and playing it quite easily. Sri Lanka 72 for 4. Edge and taken in Zamamul Haq, making no mistake that time, and Pakistan has picked up Arvinda De Silva.
That really is a big blow for Sri Lanka, and superb delivery right in the channel. Did a little bit, that late reverse swing. De Silva lunging forward with that bat outside, and a soft dismissal straight to Inzamamul Haq. So the big blow for Sri Lanka. You see De Silva, a bit of a nothing shot, just forcing that bat in front of the pad and guiding it to Inzamamul Haq, who didn't make any mistake with that. So Sri Lanka lose their 5th wicket, the wicket of Arvinda De Silva, caught by Inzamamul Haq at first slip, off the bowling of Razak. And Sri Lanka 5 down for 73.
A lot now depends on Ramesh Kaluvadarna. If he can play a cameo here, Sri Lankans might get to a challenging score. That would have Pakistan in a bit of trouble.
Ramesh Kaluvadarna, that best of 132 was made here on this Sinhalese Sports Club grounds. On his debut, a superb innings that was. And the Sri Lankans, without any doubt, would be looking to Ramesh Kaluvadarna to try and produce something like that. And this is why he's there. De Silva just shoving that bat in front, sparring at it, more or less fishing, and a very simple catch to Inzamamul Haq.
Nice shape away from Arvinda De Silva, playing away from the front bat. And Inzamamul Haq, sigh of relief there after netting that one quite easily. Went straight to him, but as we all know, no catch is easy at that slip position. Strengthening of the field. There's gully in place now for the newcomer. Short leg also has been employed for Ramesh Kaluvadarna. He'll be facing his first delivery from Abdur Razak. Once again, getting a bit of in-swing there, and Kaluvadarna straight away on that front foot. He's one player who really can make the difference here. Very neat striker of the ball. An aggressive player.
The pace-spin combination of Razak and Arshad Khan certainly has paid off for Pakistan, with both bowlers making an impact.
Playing it away nicely. There's a gap between second slip and gully. This will run away to the boundary. The fielder was taken away from that position and put at that gully position. And Kaluvadarna managing to edge one to the boundary.
2 sole runs for Sri Lanka, and that again a good, well-guided shot by Kaluvadarna. Soft hands, letting the ball run all along the ground. And again, his positive attitude, always on the lookout for runs, has paid off. So Kaluvadarna has a big role to play here.
Moin Khan realizing that every run is as precious as gold. He's got that area covered now. Waqar Yunus been sent out there. Third man. So just 2 slips now in place for Ramesh Kaluvadarna. The short leg has been taken away as well, put at mid-wicket. Cutting well, Kaluvadarna. Straight to Waqar Yunus. Leg.
Kalwithana's intentions quite clear. He's not in any way been threatened by the fall of wickets. He's quite interested in looking for runs wherever runs are possible. That really is the right approach. The Sri Lankans cannot really be getting too overcautious, as they need to try and pick up runs to set themselves with the target to bowl at the Pakistanis on this last innings.
Running with the shot, and Arjuna Ranatunga is off the mark. No hiccups there on that occasion. Sri Lanka 79 for 5.
This game continued to grow into an interesting stage, and the Sri Lankans would be looking to their past captain Arjuna Ranatunga. The Sinhalese Sports Club is his own backyard, playing all his cricket here for many years.
Last recognized pair in for Sri Lanka. Chaminda Vas, Soisa, Muralidharan and Fernando to follow. Need a good knock from Arjuna Ranatunga. Will be fully tested here. Slip, silly point, short leg. So Arshad Khan attacking straight away. As a cushion, he's got an extra man on the offside. Yusuf Yohana, that cover area. Just a little up for that anticipated uppish drive through the offside. Sweeping, edge, taken. Umpire says not out.
A lot of noise out there. Catch it, taken, so on, but umpire Buckner unnerved and unmoved.
Just hitting the pad, and Yunus Khan making an effort, thinking that Arjuna Ranatunga would have edged it.
Umpire B.C. Kure moving in to have a chat with Captain Moin Khan. One wonders what confrontation has taken place over there. A few words probably.
Things heating up out there. Pakistan sensing a kill here. They need to pick up more wickets quickly. Sri Lankans looking for a partnership. Keen tussle, keen battle. Battle of nerves, battle of temperament, battle of commitment.
This is a situation where partnerships are absolutely vital, and the Sri Lankans really haven't had any such in this innings.
A wonderful flight from Arshad Khan. A wry smile from Arjuna Ranatunga, letting the bowler know that he knew exactly what he was trying to do.
Ranatunga, he'll have to dig deep, draw from all his experience, his resources.
This is one shot he plays so well. Not an easy shot to execute, playing it against the spin. Might just unsettle Arshad Khan if he carries on playing that kind of stroke. Reached to the length. That covered the extra spin that Arshad Khan was supposed to get.
Yes, indeed, Ramiz, that's a shot that Ranatunga thrives on in situations such as this. A shot really not recommended to any young cricketer, but Ranatunga does play it so very well, getting his pad across and covering the line.
Thinking to really challenge Arshad Khan by coming down the track. Tested at the last moment, Ramesh Kalwithana.
It is a bit of a cat and mouse game there. The Sri Lankans looking to try and unsettle Arshad Khan. He's been bowling an immaculate line and length.
Good over, good teasing over. Sri Lanka 80 for 5. Living dangerously on that occasion, Arjuna Ranatunga. Just a faint edge. Again, having a word with the umpire, B.C. Kure. You see him falling over just a little, but managing to play it. Kept Abdul Razak interested for a while.
Ranatunga completing the single in his usual casual manner, just walking the last few steps when not needed to be hurried.
Kaluvidana has been pretty busy picking up a run of the last ball. Sri Lanka 82 for 5.
Come on.
Javed Miadad, who's next door the Pakistan radio booth, having a chat with Chishti Mujahid, the Pakistani radio commentator. Arshad Khan has been tantalizing with his line and length, not giving an inch. Tell you more about his bowling, and for next half an hour, it's going to be Tony Greig and Pat Simcox.
Thank you, Ramiz. Yes, things have taken a big change since I was last on air. Whew. Played away to mid-on, and no more chances are going to be taken here, that's for sure. This is going to have to be a huge fight now by the Sri Lankans. Little Kaluwitharana, who's not been in great form with the bat, he's going to have to rise to the occasion. He's had plenty of experience. And, of course, the old campaigner down the other end. Just pad. Oh, he's given him. Yes, he waited there. I must say, I was very surprised at that. Little Kaluwitharana has been given out. And while I don't want to prejudge it before I see the replay, my reaction, Pat, was not out.
Well, Tony, it's a long way from here to there, so let's not prejudge it, but mine was exactly the same. And a replay should tell us he pushes forward and hits the pad first. Well, does it strike the glove on the way out?
Well, from that angle we won't know, but I can tell you one thing, that the other angle will tell us exactly what happened, because when we come back we'll try and show you another angle, and we'll see how close that ball was to the glove on the way up. 82 for 6. Chaminda Vas is the new batsman, and a very disappointed Kaluwitharana is back in the pavilion. He was given out, caught at forward short leg. There were obviously a couple of noises. The bat clearly made a noise as it went in behind the pad. Chaminda Vas, 26 years of age, an average of 18.4. Now, what we've got to do here is try and establish whether the ball hit the glove on the way up. Now, the angle that is helpful in these situations is the square-on angle. Now, just watch this. Very slowly, we'll just go through this. It hits the pad and then goes forward. And there's no way in the world that ball is anywhere near the glove. So that first replay you saw, we might have another look at that. It's a little bit deceptive because it makes it look as if the ball on the way up actually hit the glove. Just watch this. Here we go. And that looks as if it might have just flicked the glove on the way up. But when we look at that square-on shot, we then see that, in point of fact, it's a long way away from the glove. So I think we've established, with the benefit of all these cameras, let's watch this again. That's the super slow-mo camera. Hits the pad and then goes up in the air. Maybe umpire Buckner from his position thought there might have been a little flick on the glove as it went up. It was nicely taken, of course, but it's that square-on shot, Pat, that I think tells the story.
Yes, Tony, you recall it right. He's a long way away from the glove.
Lovely bowling, Arshad, shabash, shabash, bahut achhe. Brilliant bowling, shabash.
Yes, that was the shot that told the story. Very easy for us. This is the one. You watch him come forward here, and you watch the ball hits the pad, and it goes straight forward. The gloves aren't there. The ball never touched those gloves, that's for sure. So, we've got the benefit of side-on cameras. We've got the benefit of super slow-mo cameras, big lenses. It's obviously a lot easier for us. Umpire Buckner can only call it as he sees it, and he obviously thought that was out, so he gave it out. And you can't ask for much more than that of an umpire.
No, you can't, Tony. Unfortunately, at times, critical decisions like that can alter a match, and that's what Sri Lanka will be arguing. But right now, they're back to the wall. And the two left-handers in now, not easy against the off-spinner.
One little question I'd like to ask you, Pat. Is it possible that he gave him that LBW? We'll come back and have a look at that in a minute. It's 83 for 6.
Well, now Junior Ranatunga just having a chat to Shaminda Vas. He'll be encouraging him along, explaining to him. There's a couple of harsh words spoken an over or two ago between Ranatunga and Mohan Khan, and called the umpire in. So there's a lot of action here. And Sri Lanka are really back to the wall.
Well, I've just asked Pat Simcox the question as to whether it's just possible that umpire Buckner could have been giving the batsman out LBW on the basis that he wasn't playing a shot. Let's have a look.
Well, an interesting observation. I thought he was playing a shot myself. And if you're giving that out to LBW, well then, Tony, this old game has got beyond us.
I think that point's well made. You can see the bat there coming into line to try to play the ball. The ball then spins a little bit more than the batsman anticipated. It is, though, a bit of a problem. I mean, you and I know that batsmen tuck the bat in behind the pad, no real intention to play the ball, hoping it will hit the pad. That seemed to be the case there. It's possible that that one spun back and it could have hit the stumps, but really, I don't think we'll find that umpire Buckner will confirm that that was an LBW. I think he'll say that he gave it out caught.
Yes, and you pay the price because it's really a poor technique, isn't it? I mean, the object of the exercise is to play the ball. And if you're going to come out there and push your pads in the way, then you're asking for trouble. But getting back to the technique side of it is clearly Kalawitharana picked the wrong line and committed himself too far into the off stump. And the ball comes back at you, you're in trouble. Wasem Akram, he's a class act. He turned the game single-handedly yesterday on its head. I believe that was the turn of the game. What a performer he has been, Wasem Akram. Look at that, 96 matches, 400 wickets at an average of 23. And he's still got a bit of gas in the tank, I believe.
Well, spare a thought for Abdul Razak. 11 overs, 6 maidens, 1 for 14, and bowling for an hour and a half. That's not bad, is it?
No, certainly not bad at all. Only got one. He had Aravinda de Silva dropped early on. Probably look back at that and say, well, had that been taken while I was still fresh, I could have been the guy taking all the wickets.
So we've now had confirmed from the centre that that decision was given out caught. That's one of the other wonders of modern technology, where the umpires can actually communicate with their colleagues through the walkie-talkies.
Well, now that's an interesting observation, that in itself, when you send a message out to the umpire to ask whether it was out LBW or caught, you must realise that we got the benefit of the view from up here, and what the hell's going on, he's saying.
You're not suggesting that he would quickly say, I gave him LBW.
No, I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm just saying that if I was standing out there and I gave a clear caught in my mind, and the television people wanted to know whether it was caught or not, or well be, I'd be saying to myself, did they hit it or not? Wow, I'm wondering.
Either that, or you'd say something along the lines, look, you've got 15 cameras and you've got microphones and all that, you work it out. Now, they're very obliging, the umpires. They make their decisions. They're happy to live by their mistakes, and obviously that's the way it's got to be. It's very tough. I mean, there's no way in the world in matches like this where there are lots of bat pads, and they're the tough ones, because definitely a lot of appeals, half-hearted appeals, full-on appeals, 4 little bat pads. Did it touch the bat? Didn't it? They're trying to get it right. They call it as they see it, and sometimes they get it wrong. It's the way it is. Oh, and a pretty late response there from the non-striker's end.
Come on, Archie.
Just looking over his shoulder. That's the end of the over. It's 85 for 6.
Well, the two batsmen getting together again, and no doubt that Arjuna will be saying, "It's my call, young man, and I was going to make it easily. Don't worry, I got run out in the first innings. I'm not about to do that again in a hurry. Just need to form a strategy here. Circle the strike, don't get caught on one end, pick up the singles. See it through to lunch now. That's the next total, next target." And the bowling figures to date. Wakar hasn't been introduced as yet. 9 overs, 1 for 21, but Abdul Razak, 14 overs for 23. Just the 1 wicket.
Lovely bowling, lovely bowling.
Arjuna, an experienced campaigner. He's got nerves of steel. He's seen this all before many times. He'll know how hard it is to fight out of this position.
Well played. The lead at the moment goes on to 93. It comes up to 94. Perhaps I'll take another one. That makes the lead 95. Every run absolutely vital. How many do you reckon they need?
Well, I see you said 250 yesterday, and if I recall, I said any side that got 180 would win the test match. I wouldn't want to chase 180 at this stage, with Muralitharan bowling at the end. Pakistan will be aware of it. And Arjuna Ranatunga, he just places it so beautifully. Use the wrists, sit on the ground. Good fielding that, chasing the ball behind, making sure that if it's a close call, you can flick it back.
And off the pad, I suspect, it looks as if Wasim saying, did he play a shot? And I think the umpire there agreeing with Wasim. No shot offered, dead ball. No runs recorded.
Well, did he play a shot or not? No, I don't think he did. He stuck that bat behind the pad. Now, he also plants the foot on the off stump to Shaman Devas, to the off spinner. And I fancy, with a bit of drift that Khan was getting, he'd fancy to start it on the leg stump, pitch it just outside the leg stump, and he could even get an opportunity bowling around those legs.
Lovely bowling, अच्छा शाबाश. Lovely bowling, shabash.
Shaman Devas in the first innings went on a sweep and got out being bowled round his legs.
What a ball.
And that's exactly what happened in the first innings, and I'm sure he's wary of that again.
Yes, he was trying to get it away fine, wasn't he? Very fine.
Shabash,
Over the top there, and you've got to be very careful. There's a bit of rough around there, and of course that was a risky shot. I think you probably put it away. That's the end of the over. It's 88 for 6.
Once again, Arjuna and Shaman Devas just talking through the strategy. A lot of talking going on at the moment on the field. Rashid Khan, Ola, just having a discussion with Inzi.
So Wasim Akram continuing, Zoysa, Muralitharan and Fernando to follow. So you'd have to say the tail arrives. Voss has been known to make a few runs. He's not... Good bouncer, that one.
Yes, a real good bouncer. And Wasim Akram has managed to bring in a man just behind Arjuna's back, just for the tickle around the corner. He's got a short, fine leg, or as it would, a short leg slip, I'd say. That's the bouncer, just lining him up, making sure that he stays honest and doesn't jump onto that front foot. There he is there.
Oh, I tell you what, he played that one very well too. It's a good job he kept his eye on that, because he was about to duck underneath that one. He would have ducked right into it and managed to get himself back. You see there, he was going down and then managed to pull back.
Yes, and this will be part of the play, is to keep him on the back foot. He's not a hooker. Keep him on the back foot and suddenly try and sneak one up at him with the reverse swing. Wasim looks like he's enjoying this reverse swing now. He knows it's all action now.
Yes, he's got a nice breeze at his back. He's got such a deceptive change of gear, isn't he? He comes up, he looks so relaxed, he looks like a medium pacer. He's very much a quick bowler. That bouncer, he doesn't give anything away. Oh, well bowled again. He certainly got it moving around.
Yes, you talk about giving nothing away. Wasim Akram's a perfect exponent of that when he's bowling with reverse swing. You can see he closes the ball completely. You have no idea. And you see the ball swinging there towards the shiny side, which is the reverse swing.
In the air, and that's out. He's chipped it up on the onside. Wasim Akram has turned that ball around. That one went in, swung into him. He was just falling over it a little bit. So reverse swing working for them here. Sri Lanka are in trouble now. That was just chipped away on the onside, and so Wasim Akram takes yet another wicket. He really worked away well there. He's got it going all over the place. He will finish this innings quickly. Mark my words. Watch that one go in. He falls over a little bit, trying to keep it down, but couldn't do that. And the catch easily taken. Right, so Ranatunga out, caught by Wasim off the bowling of, caught by Saeed off the bowling of Wasim. And, well, he's out for 7. And Sri Lanka now 88 for 7.
Well, the new batsman in, Nuan Zoisa. Young man, 22. He played 10 matches. And his highest score of 26, averaging 9. He doesn't come to the wicket with a lot of experience or confidence at this stage, facing the all-time great exponents of swing bowling, Wasim Akram.
Yes, get ready for a rip-snorting, in-swinging Yorker. He's loosening up those limbs of his at the moment. He wants to make sure he's got that bat right down and ready to dig out a Yorker. That's the dismissal again, a little chip up on the onside. So, we'll see if we can pick what's going to happen here. What's he going to start with? One that rips in. Oh, here we go. He attempted an in-swinging Yorker. Very well played, actually, by Zoisa. Manages to get it back. And, of course, that's the end of a very good over from Wasim Akram. So Sri Lanka remain on 88 for 7. Have a look at this delivery. Swings in late. It was just slightly over-pitched. And he managed to get it away right off the base of the bat. Pretty casual customer, Zoisa. Just gets it away there. A very clonky noise because it hit down the base of the bat. Yes, Sri Lanka now are in trouble.
Well, Wasim Akram knows that 2 or 3 more overs and he gets 1 or 2 in the right area. He's going to pick up some more. That's the sad sight of Sri Lankan batting lineup. 88 for 7 in just 44 overs. Only Marvin Adipatu and De Silva offering real resistance.
That's well played. Into the gap it goes. Every run absolutely vital, and this one's going to be pretty close to the boundary. Just to Voss. Yes, he's quite an aggressive player, Chaminda Voss, which I hope he sticks with, because that's his best chance of getting his team out of a spot of bother. Voss scores 40-odd here in quick time. That'll be invaluable.
Yes, I agree with you. That's the way now. The best way of defence is to attack a little bit. And remember that these two, the opening bowlers, and they dished it out to Wasim Akram for a while, so they'll be knowing of that.
So I think those few really good bounces that he bowled to Arjuna Ranatunga had the desired effect. Got him thinking about the short ball, and then of course bowls him a beauty, and his mind's on the short ball a little bit, and you end up chipping it up on the onside. So the next over he bowls, I think you could expect a short one or two just to get the attention of the batsman and get their adrenaline up a little bit, and then he'll home in with one of those beautiful swingers of his.
Yes, and he also combined, he put that man at a 45 catching behind, and Arjuna Ranatunga likes to use the pace of the ball. He likes to dab it down on and leg side and the offside as well. And by putting that man there around the corner, he couldn't do that. He had to play in front of the wicket, and that was what was the undoing.
Lovely bowling, Akshat, shabash.
Oh, well bowled. Put a bit of bat on it. That makes it 101. Pat Simcox reckons if they can get to about 185, they've got a chance. So every run is vital. Well done. Quick single again. The fieldsman back there. That's Mushtaq. Just a little bit too deep. So the end of the over, 97 for 7. That's well bowled. That's the quicker one. That just a little falling down. He wants the second one. Zoysa. Back he goes. That's good running. And that brings up the 100 for Sri Lanka. 100 with 7 wickets down.
Thank you, Tony. Excellent figures there for Arshad Khan. That's a good shot. Got into position quickly, Vas. And once again a chase for Mushtaq Ahmed. He's had plenty of running to do today. And one thing good from the Sri Lankan point of view, both these batsmen are thinking and playing positively.
Yes, it's a very refreshing approach. They've come out there with a purpose. The instinctive play is being backed by boldness and approach, and it's working well for the Sri Lankans.
That's up in the air. And once again landing in between the two fielders. Let's put it this way, Zoysa couldn't have placed it better, Ramiz.
Yes, I'd said earlier, Ravi, that yesterday Wasim Akram played well, but he was lucky also in that innings. And here today you need to have luck in your favor, and Zoysa and Chaminda Vas, although living dangerously but surviving, and that is what is important and vital in the end. Well placed between Mushtaq Ahmed and Yunus Khan.
So he's testing both the batsmen with short deliveries. It's Vas on strike now.
Once again fending it off quite nicely, Chaminda Vas, doing the basic things right here. Watching the ball, getting down, making sure that he's got nothing to do with that one.
It's another good thing he gets his gloves out of the way. Drops his wrists. It's a pretty capable bat, Chaminda Vas. Beautifully bowled. There's no gully. So the frustration continues. 105 for 7. And he almost succeeded there.
The Pakistanis must not let them get frustrated. Things haven't really worked for them in the last half an hour or so. The plan is working, but not entirely.
I think one thing the Sri Lankans would learn from what Wasim Akram is doing here is that they must show a lot more aggression when they're bowling to tail-enders. When Arshad Khan was batting yesterday, one thought that was missing. Now that's a fine shot. Good effort in the deep by Arshad Khan.
This is one area where Pakistan has definitely scored. Their fielding has really improved. Arshad Khan used to be a pretty ordinary passenger in the outfield, but he has really worked very hard to become one of the better ones now. This was a brilliant effort. Diving full length, desperate effort, desperate dive, exactly knowing that the situation demanded this kind of an effort.
Yes, he saved a couple of runs for his side, and one mustn't forget he's bowled a long spell already. He's bowled unchanged since the morning. And once again, frustration for the bowler. A welcome boundary here for the Sri Lankans. 113 for 7.
Frustrating times for the Pakistanis here. I think probably trying to do something extra, something special here to get rid of Zoysa and Chaminda Vas.
In the air, and this one's going to be just short. Yes, it was a top edge and went fine. And that was a good bouncer, and once again, Vas having a go at it. He got a top edge on it. It looked as if for a second it may just be going straight to Waka, but well, it was a bit fine and didn't quite get there either.
The Sri Lankan pair have been living dangerously. Once again, Chaminda Vas picking the bait up, but landing safely away from Bakayonis down there at fine leg.
Just outside the line, he was playing a shot at that one. Waka, correction, Wasim thought he had him out. I thought he got outside the line, and Wasim really turning it on out there. He'd have to be just a little bit careful. Umpire, well, so we say match referee Reed is quite severe on any of this sort of behaviour. I think my first reaction, Ranjit, was that he got outside the line. It'll be interesting to see the replay.
Yes, my reaction too was that Nuwan Soiza moved right across outside the off stump, and umpire BC Kurui was certainly unmoved. Let's have a look at this. There, why did pitch outside off stump, and it also hit Nuwan Soiza outside off stump. In fact, a very, very good decision.
Great decision that was. Perfectly correct by umpire BC Kurui. He got himself a long way across, got outside the line. He was playing a shot. And while the ball may just have hit the stumps, the fact that he was outside the line is enough.
Yes, I think it was an excellent decision. And certainly, despite all those tantrums of Wasim Akram, one must give the umpire a great deal of credit.
Wasim Akram is angry. There is no doubt about that. And there's a bouncer. This could be out, or is he? Oh, no, it's not going to make... Yeah, oh, well taken. Wasim Akram's done it himself. What a magnificent bit of fielding that was. I was down there looking at a panicky little mushy running in. Wasim Akram has run, well, it must have been about 40 metres to take that catch himself. Leave it to me, fellows. I don't want anyone else involved in this. I'm angry.
That is sensational cricket by Wasim Akram. One can really imagine what it is when this man's angry. A short pitch delivery, the batsman going for the hook, and Wasim Akram, he was the one running almost 40, 50 meters to get under that. And how comfortably he got there, that was just had to be seen to be believed. Absolutely brilliant cricket. Just what Wasim Akram. And he's got under it and completed a very comfortable catch.
Let's just watch his reaction here as well. Absolutely magnificent. Have a look at that. I think, do you think he might have enjoyed that? I think he probably did. So Wasim Akram turning it on here at the SSC. And that's the end of Chaminda Vos, out for a very useful 20. It's 120 for 8. Dilhara Fernando arrives at the crease, and, well, I tell you what, he's going to arrive to a bit of a storm. There's no doubt about that. He's down at the safe end. And at the moment, it's going to be Zoysa, who was given not out LBW, who's going to face the wrath of Wasim Akram. Let's have another look at this wonderful catch. Just watch this. Here he goes. Up she goes. Wasim Akram very late decides to take off. He's out of picture now. Mushtaq is stuttering down there, and he thinks it might be his catch, and then he sees the figure, the looming figure there of the captain. Oh, that's out too. He's got him. It's off his glove. Well, he's got the wicket. Got the wicket of Zoysa there. Zoysa looking down at his glove. That was obviously a stinging delivery. Fast, furious stuff. Well, there's one thing you shouldn't do. That's make Wasim Akram angry.
That's a lesson one should really learn. He's certainly on fire. And what a delivery that one. Short outside the off stump, rearing on Zoysa. Zoysa's a tall man. He gets it on the glove, and a very comfortable catch. Just see that delivery. Zoysa just couldn't get it out of the way. It was just coming in on to him, and Inzamamul Haq, a simple catch to him. So Sri Lanka lose their 9th wicket, and Wasim Akram, he now is a content man.
Yes, big smile on his face. It's changed a bit, hasn't it? It's 120 for 9. Murali Dhiran, I got to tell you, he'll be a little bit nervous about this. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And what's more, Wasim Akram has already taken 2 hat-tricks in his career. If he gets a wicket off this ball, that'll be 3 hat-tricks in Test cricket. And worse than that, all of them have been against Sri Lanka. So a precedent has been set. He's still got a 3rd man down there. Murali has arrived at the centre. This is the wicket of Zoysa. It flicks the glove. It goes straight through to Inzi, and he watched it straight in and took the catch. So that was the end of Zoysa. Now then, they're dragging this out from Murali. He won't be enjoying this. He'll want to get this out of the way. Certainly the first delivery. Rest assured on one thing, he'll be doing his level best. I don't think he's going to be in line, though. It's not his way. He tends to back away a little bit. This is going to be a rip-snorting in-swinger right at his toes. In he comes. Could he get a hat-trick? Oh, it's well played. He's got it away. That was a good delivery. Murali wanted 1, but he's been forced to take 2.
That suited Murali Dhiran. He wouldn't have minded the Yorker. What he was, I'm sure, worried about was the short one. As soon as it got there in the spot, he was quickly putting it away.
Right, now having got that one out of the way, Murali would have realised, well, he's got to try and bowl me out. The problem now is that he's likely to rush in and bowl a bouncer. He's likely to bowl anything. So this is where the batsmen, certainly the tail-enders, get a little nervous. Akram to Murali Dhiran. A long way away, big appeal for caught behind. Bat actually hit the ground there, nowhere near the ball.
Yes, Murali's bat certainly was not close enough. He was backing away, and bat hitting the ground. So this is continuing to be an interesting over. One wonders what's crossing Murali Dhiran's mind.
In the air and down to 3rd man. Murali Dhiran gets a single. Right. Well, now it's over to Fernando. Yes, that's amazing. Murali Dhiran still got a smile on his face. I'd like to suggest it's a nervous smile.
Yes, I think Murali was also able to bring a bit of a smile on Wasim's face after that fiery spell of fiery previous deliveries that he'd been bringing about.
Right, here we go. Last ball of the over. Oh, a quick one. Into the thigh pad there of Fernando. The end of the over. Sri Lanka 123 for 9. So Vos and Zoysa both back in the pavilion as a result of some great bowling by Wasim Akram. He's got the ball in his hand again. He's bowling to Fernando now. Oh, and that's nicely played, actually, just steering it away on the offside. A fast delivery aimed at off stump. Voss was the first man to go. Wonderful catching this by the bowler, Wasim Akram. There was the hook shot. He then headed off in the direction of where the ball went and took a magnificent catch. Wasim Akram enjoyed every second of that. That's for sure. Wonderful. Nicely caught by Inzamam. Oh, and it's bowled him. That's the end of the innings. That's a fast delivery, swinging back, and well bowled Wasim Akram. It makes a huge difference, doesn't it? If you can really finish off the tail. That's what Sri Lanka couldn't do to Pakistan. Had they been able to finish off the tail, they would have been well placed right now. The difference in this match so far has been Wasim Akram and the way he's attacked the tail end. This is how it goes.
Yes, this certainly is the difference. And when you have someone like Wasim Akram on your side, it's not hard to do. And this makes the difference. And what a fine spell of bowling by Wasim Akram. On a pitch which was placid, he's rocked the Sri Lankan tail and picked up 4 magnificent wickets.
Yes, an incredible performance by Wasim Akram. Actually, the 25th time that he's got 5 in an innings. A wonderful performance. And Sri Lanka bowled out for 123 in 61.3 overs, not even 1:45 in the afternoon. So this has been a wonderful performance by Pakistan. .123 all out. Not a very pretty scorecard, really. Atapatu top scorer with 40, and a couple of 20s, one from De Silva, and then Voss down the lower order. But when looking at that scorecard, doesn't look great for me. Sri Lanka really needed to fight a little bit harder in the second innings.
So an angry Wasim Akram. He's virtually mutilated the Sri Lankan bottom batting. So is Fernando, all going to him. And we saw some wonderful seam bowling by this great bowler.
Certainly was. 3.3 overs, 3 for 6 in that spell. So they're the partnerships, and you can see really only 2 major partnerships, the 3rd wicket and the 8th wicket. So a very good performance that, and he ended up with 5 for 45, or 15.3, and as I said, a spell there of 3.3 overs, 3 for 6.
And he's had a bit of a torrid time of late. Hasn't really played all that well, so he'll be looking for a good performance.
That's wrapped on the pads. Was he hit in line? There is a big stride forward, but it came back into the right-hander.
Well, that is a good shot as far as I was concerned. Let's have a look at the line. There's no doubt the pitch is on line, and, well, he couldn't have complained with that if he'd given it out. There's no doubt it's not going to miss much. Certainly not going to go over the top.
Very, very good shout. Definitely struck in line, and I think the batsman's a little lucky to be still there. Just past the forward short leg. There was some bat on it.
Well, once again, Mohammad Wasim picks the wrong line to the ball that swings in, places his left foot too far on the offside, and ends up getting on the wrong side of the ball. That's what causes the outside edge, and tantalizingly close. Very lucky to survive. Watch the left foot. It's on the wrong side of the ball and makes him play across it.
And again, well, he's not learning, but the good thing for him is that he's still there. That's picked away on the onside. Just pulled back inside the boundary. So a couple of runs for Mohammad Wasim. That's a tremendous shot. Fine leg will cut it off. Runs coming freely here for Pakistan. 4 overs have been bowled, 15 for no loss.
Put the pressure on this Pakistani opening pair.
That's in the air. That's going to be out. Oh, yes, he's got him. That's a big wicket. That's a huge wicket. It's the wicket they wanted. Well, a short delivery, 2 men back, going for the hook shot. And, well, Zoyza struck. Saeed Anwar has hit that one straight down square leg's throat.
Well, he hit it pretty hard and went straight to the fielder. In the earlier seen ball falling short of the fielders. Not in a very good position to play it down along the ground, and Dilhara Fernando taking a very good catch once again in the deep. That's a big blow. Because Saeed Anwar had the ability to play the trump card Muralitharan with authority. He's gone early for 6, and Pakistan lose their first wicket for 19.
So Yusuf Yohana is being promoted up the batting order for the second innings. Just 25 years of age and an average of 36.
Not to anticipate the game plan here.
We've got to go at that one. Smashed that one away into mid-wicket. Yes, I think they've decided to go the aggressive course.
Yes, it does help matters when you're playing with the bat and not the pad.
107 more runs to get to win this match. Into the gap. Back for the second. They'll probably be looking for the third. Yes, back they come. That's very good aggressive running. Would have been very easy to settle for 2 there, and that wasn't the case. They went for 3 and got it. Oh, straight over the top. I think they're going the aggressive course. That's running away down to the boundary for 4. So first ball from Muralitharan, dispatched straight over the top of his head for 4.
Bit of a smile on his face. He got that, yeah, nearly getting under the bat there.
Surya chasing. Bye signal, so it's missed a lot.
So it's run right across everybody on that occasion.
Good hit. It's a good positive blow from Mohammad Wasim. He's picked the length up so quickly and smashed it in front of square.
They really got what it deserved. The full treatment by Mohammad Wasim.
When people are scuttling around and saying, come on, let's just get it back on course, and it tends to happen.
Oh, and that's hit the stumps. It's hit the stumps. He's away out of his ground. Now the question is, was he bowled, or did it hit the... I think it might have hit the bat and rolled down onto the stumps, or did it hit the wicketkeeper and roll back onto the stumps? Well, you were talking about a little bit of a flutter that may have started. Let's have a look at this dismissal.
Well, it's interesting to see that it's the leg spinner. And it's come off the bat pad, and then he's almost pushed it down onto the wicket.
Yes, it was because he was out of his ground. I thought for a second it might be a stumping, but it hit the stumps, and he still wasn't back in his crease. He was worried about being out of his ground. Well, that's the end of that. Another wicket has fallen, and so well, that does change things slightly. Yusuf Yohana out for 11. Inzamam Al-Haq striding out to the centre. He received a nasty delivery in the first innings, one that reared up, and he gloved it away into the gully region, was out caught in that area. An average of 45. It's a very good average. This, there we go again. It's certainly a very risky delivery. That's his mystery ball, and there she goes onto the stumps, and off the bowl goes. So that's the same delivery. That's a very well bowled delivery, and out. He's given him out. Well, Incredible. I thought that bounced a long way. Now then, it was obviously the one that spun back the other way. Sri Lanka making headway. Making headway they are.
They certainly are. And this is the leg spinner. It spins in and, well, for me, that is out. He's misread it, got on the wrong side of the ball, and now he's pushed his pad a little bit wider and saying, please don't give me out. There's no doubt. And so another wicket goes.
Yes, another wicket certainly goes, and it's now 52 for 3. It's a bit big for Mohan Khan. It's Wasim Akram. Well, he was obviously not ready, and he's striding out there now, still doing his buckles up. Well, that's well played. That's very well played. Short outside off stump, and Inzamam al-Haq has smashed that away square on the offside. Lovely, lovely shot. Very forceful. Not a very good delivery, mind you. A little short outside off stump.
Well, Inzamam, I don't believe is going to stick around there just hanging in. He got out last innings from a nasty delivery. It took off a length from a tall man, Zoisa. And there's another tall man bowling right now, Fernando.
Oh, that's well played. Beautiful straight drive for 4. There's somehow Jayasuriya has got to find a way of putting some pressure on at the other end. That's it. Got him. Caught at silly point. No need to give him out. That's beautiful bowling. Inzamam out caught. Quicker delivery there from Muralidharan. He is bowling superbly. He's spinning them both ways. They're mystery balls all over the place. That was a quicker one. Pad, bat, beautifully caught on the offside as well. Inzamam al-Haq out caught.
What a good delivery. He pushes forward, and the delivery winner's turning both ways, but that is a sharp, sharp catch. Lovely, lovely fielding. Russell Arnold, beautifully caught, youngster.
Right, so there we are. Out for 30. Caught by Arnold and on the offside at silly point, and so that makes Pakistan now 4 down for 66. Mohan Khan needs to play a captain's innings here, that's for sure. He's capable of it, there's no doubt about that. He's got an average of just under 30. Oh, that's well played. He likes the sweep shot, and he's got it away nice and fine. 4 immensely valuable runs. Yes, I think he'll try and put that sweep shot into play. In fact, whenever you're not sure which way the ball's going to spin, it's not a bad idea.
Didn't come back enough. Always dangerous against Muralidharan, especially when he's bowling round the wicket.
He's decided to go around the wicket to Wasim Akram, hitting and coming back, but umpire must be convinced enough that it was coming back to hit the wicket. Not play a shot, so it doesn't matter if his impact was out to the off stump. And a big one there.
Yes, good positive blow. Down the ground for 4. We saw him do that even in the first innings, early on against Muralidharan. Akram hurrying out. A direct hit was what was required. That would have been curtains for Wasim Akram. He was taking on Jayasuriya.
So the pressure telling on the Pakistani batsmen, they're taking chances now. They don't want to be tied up, but that was a wrong call there from Wasim Akram. Playing quite hard to Sanat Jayasuriya to his left, advantage to Jayasuriya, and if he hit Wasim Akram, not even in the frame there.
The first task would be to reach that 100-run mark. Psychologically, that will make a big difference. And Wasim Akram here is bringing all his experience into play. He's carted Muralidharan on the onside. Would have been much more difficult for the batting side. Left on the pads here once again. This time the finger goes up.
A long wait by umpire B.C. Correa. He really had a good think on that one. Almost as if he had second thoughts on the whole matter. And then the finger enter. Really like to look where that ball pitched.
I think it came back, but it'll be interesting to see the height. pitches in line. Puff of dust there. And hits him reasonably high on the pads. Now we've got to see how far forward he is.
Look at the side shot, as Robbie was saying. And the bounce really a bit high. He's quite upright, Moin Khan.
And look, he's standing outside the crease, so I would think he's rather unfortunate to be given out there. He'll consider himself unlucky. He's gone for 11, and Pakistan 89 for 5. More runs on the offside this time. Another couple added to the score. That's up in the air, and will it clear mid-on? Yes, it just does. Bass was running back. 2 runs to end the over, 95 for 5.
Shots in the air at times. This is a beautiful drive. They'll be running very hard because this might not go to the boundary. A brilliant effort by Sanat Jayasuriya. Desperate stuff. Leading by example here.
Finis Khan making use of the half volley.
Very close to the boundary line. And that foot touching the rope. Very close. The umpire is having a close look and given a boundary. So the third umpire was convinced that the foot had touched the rope. Cutting against the spinning, finding the gap this time. Just a single, beautifully done by Dilhara Fernando, who's had a good day in the outfield. Hitting him straight back. And this was nicely picked up. And that will run away to the boundary. So Yunus Khan breaking the shackles there. Pakistan 110 for 5.
14 runs to win the test match. Murali Dhiran is the man who could possibly create a little bit of pressure here, but it's slipping away from Sri Lanka now. There's no real point in having too many fieldsmen back. I think you've got to have them up, try and get some wickets here. Save the singles. Force them to do something silly. We're down to the desperate stage. Over the top she goes, way over the top. That's beautifully hit. That's 6. Onto the roof. That's a wonderful hit. Well, Wasim Akram goes down the wicket, and Patsy's younger charge on the shoulder. It's a great shot from Yunus Khan. Akram going down the wicket to congratulate him.
It's a very confident shot, right down on that one. It's under it and over and out. He looked very positive from the moment he came in. He kept the scoreboard ticking over. Didn't get stuck, lost his captain, replaced his captain out there, and he played positively since then. It's a good play off spin.
Straight down the ground, beautifully played. 6 will it be? Yes, that's it. Finishes the test match with a straight 6. That's wonderful play. Well, what a victory this has been for Pakistan. 6 signalled there by the umpire. And Pakistan have won the first test match in this HNB Test Series 2000. They've won it despite the fact that there were occasions in this match when it looked as if it could quite easily go to Sri Lanka. Well, the Sri Lankans out there congratulate him, Wasim Akram in particular, because, boy, did he make a contribution to the test match. It was a wonderful effort by him. A great effort with the bat in the first innings, a tremendous effort with the ball, and here he is now finishing it off with the bat again.
He's the main man that stood between, that's the 6 that brings a victory for Pakistan, the 6 away, and Yunus Khan confidently hitting it right over, right into the side screen for a 6. Wasim Akram having a great game here, really bringing Pakistan from a position that they were really down with a fantastic 88, then coming in bowling and capturing 5 wickets. And he was a man who stood between Sri Lanka and Pakistan.
Yes, well, there we are. He's walking off the ground, and I think everyone would recognise the contribution made by him today. Not only has he made this tremendous contribution, but he's got himself into a situation where he's one of 4 bowlers to have taken 400 wickets in Test match cricket, and that happened in this Test match as well. So a wonderful performance by Wasim Akram. His colleagues coming out there to give him a pat on the back. And quite a lot of the supporters here too from Pakistan. The Pakistan supporters appreciative of what he's done. He certainly is a fantastic cricketer, really is. Mind you, just for a little while there, it looked as if Murali Dhiran was going to put the cat amongst the pigeons. Because I think that sign pretty well says it all. Well done, Wasim. So there we are. He ended up on 20. Yunus played very well too. Some very good shots towards the end. They ended up on 32 or 47 deliveries. In the circumstances, that was good. Another wicket or two, and all of a sudden the tail were in, and who knows what would have happened. But it's not often that you see a Test match finished with a 6. It was a lovely shot straight down the ground. He'd played one a little earlier. A similar sort of shot straight down the ground. There's a lovely striker of the ball. So 42 overs to get there, 131. And Pakistan partnerships, well, there we are. The opening partnership just 19, but from, just 19. Then from that point on, there was a little bit of a wobble there until the 42 partnership between Wasim and Yunus Khan. And from Sri Lanka's point of view, the man that looked as if he was going to cause a problem initially was Zoysa, and then Murali Dhiran came in, got 3 wickets very